Beep. Kerry and Jen here from Healing Humanity, the power of a proper human diet. You have to talk into that microphone or they can't hear you.
Yes, dear.
Hello, everyone. Say hi.
Hello, everyone. I see lots of people on here. Ready? Can you all hear us?
Look at everyone that's on here. Welcome to the World Famous Montello Theater. What movie are we playing today, Jen?
We are playing The Boys in the Boat, which actually I wanted to watch tonight, but I came to talk to all you all instead. So hello.
This is our date night, right?
Well, tomorrow's technically our date night.
Oh, okay. Lots of people in the chat. Man, what's going on? What happened yesterday?
I was going to say it was busy for you, so I held down the house, the kids, the movie theater. A little crazy. It was nice. JT came over. Kerry can tell you a little about that, but it was crazy here at the theater yesterday. It was me, Katie, and Emma, and for whatever reason, the movie wasn't working properly, so I had to figure that out quickly.
She says it wasn't working properly, and then I messed something up, and then I went up today to play the movie. I did the exact same procedure that you did yesterday, and it's playing right now.
That's because I fixed it last night.
Well, the movie's playing. She mentioned JT, so I got to do this real quick. That's JT's theme song. Oh. Can we give a shout out to William, JT's son?
Oh, he's adorable.
What an adorable little. Okay, I'll stop that now. JT's. We got to get JT's son on here as a soundbite. JT always says, "Let's go." If you guys didn't see this in his last video, his little cute son William said into the mic, Jen. Uh-oh. So yesterday, JT came into town and we did that over and over and over again. Yesterday was an incredible day. Providence. I am legitimately creeped out at what went on yesterday. Spent the whole day with my buddy JT. Let me make sure I'm checking the comments here. Everyone can hear us. Okay, I'm sure you'll let us know if you can't hear us. It's a little trickier with one mic and two people. Wow, we got so many comments. Please shoot us some questions. Q. People are still jumping on right now. So I'll give you guys a quick update. Yesterday, JT came over and we spent the entire day knocking on strangers' doors. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to share it with you. Should I share a sneak peek with people? Preview with them?
Can you? I mean, you should talk about it because there was a couple amazing people in there, but one, I didn't go. I had to stay behind to do the house and the theater and all that, so I couldn't go with them. But just when they came home, Kerry was telling me all about the stuff that they accomplished yesterday, and
it's so weird. Okay, I'll make it quick. JT and I went to knock on doors. We wanted to find a stranger to cook a steak dinner for. Stay tuned to see if it happened. It happened. It took an incredible amount of door knocking and relentless pursuit that we didn't stop for. There were fire departments, police officers. There was all sorts of stuff that happened. It was crazy. When I started the day, the point was to knock on the strangers of doors like JT and I did in the previous episode. Everyone, you all said you wanted more, so we're here to give you more. That was the point of the day, but in my head too, I just watched Bill Knott's last video. And as you guys know, Bill, my best buddy, I talk to him every day. I was just chatting with him earlier, a couple minutes ago. At the end of all of his videos, what does he say?
Well, I made him a shirt for it, so. Oh, I have to talk into the mic. Can you guys hear me if I'm sitting right here? I don't want to be all in there.
Can you hear me right here? Can you hear me? What does Bill say at the end of each of his videos?
Well, he says a lot of things. He says, pray, repent, prepare. I actually made him a shirt.
And then at the very end.
See, it's fine. You guys can hear me.
And then at the very end, what does he say?
Providence.
On the side of the wall.
I can see it, but I forget.
Be kind to one another.
That's what his shirt said. I can't remember. I can't believe it.
He says be kind. Bill says be kind at the end of his videos. At the end of his last video, he gave this little speech about being kind. Long story short, when we left with JT, I said, instead of saying like today's the day we're going to knock on doors of strangers, I said this is going to be a day of kindness, because I had Bill's message stuck in my head. I said, we're just going to, everyone we see, if we see an old lady trying to cross the road, we're going to help her. We're going to go open doors for people. We're going to do whatever we can to have just a day full of being kind to other people, per Bill Knott's advice, because it's a good thing to do. right?
Yes, he's a very smart guy, very intelligent,
That is what we did. But then some incredible things started happening while JT and I were driving. Well, first we went by our Amish friend's house, our friend William and Esther.
and his
I
family.
introduced JT with his cow hat and his cow pants on to my buddy, my Amish buddy. And JT got put to work on the Amish farm. A little bit of work, but it was pretty entertaining. We learned something. That's going to be in the next video. You guys can see that. JT and I had this long talk in the car about how everything is connected. Have you heard this before, Jen? You know the trees in the forest? We have trees in our front yard.
He told me that this morning, and I still can't wrap my brain around it.
The trees in the forest, you see those are individual trees, right? They're separate organisms. They're separate trees. They're actually all connected underneath by the root system. There's some really smart scientists that did some studies and some science on this. It's just mind-blowing, some of these things. Like if one tree on this side of the forest is lacking nutrients, it can actually alert a tree over here through its root system in the ground. The point being, the trees are not individual trees. They're connected. And JT and I had this deep conversation, which we didn't really record, about how everything's connected and humans are connected. Jen and I are connected. JT and I are connected. Humans are connected through wavelengths, through emotions, through relationships, through words. The cells in our bodies are all connected. The stars in the universe are all connected. It's all energy and everything is connected. That's my point. JT and I had this deep conversation about everything's connected. Then we met this guy. And as soon as we met this guy, we knocked on so many doors. You guys are going to have to watch to see this. We knocked on this one door and this man answered. And he had long hair and he had a mustache and he was a musician. And I just kept saying in my head, who the heck does this guy remind me of? Who does he remind me of? I can't put my little finger on it. Then after a while, it came to me. He reminded me of my good friend, Bill Knott, a younger version of Bill Knott. Bill sent us pictures. A lot of you here probably saw them. Do I have them here on my desktop? No, I probably don't. Bill sent me pictures from his musician era when he used to play music, and he had the long hair, and all the ladies in the stream were like, "Ooh, Bill,
yes,
look at
Bill.
Bill!"
Good.
Bill fired up the chat and fired up the ladies in the chat, and it was awesome. Well,
By the way, he's on here. I'm reading all your guys' comments. Somebody said I thought long story short. Never mind.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'll wrap it up now. So Bill, this guy's name was Jake that we met. You guys will see him in the video. He said, I want to play the guitar for you. He came out and he played the guitar for me and JT. And that's when it hit me. Bill was a musician. Bill, long hair. Bill is kind and loving and has inspired us to do this kindness. This kid totally reminded me. His name was Jake, totally reminded me of Bill. And then this happened. We went and bought the kid a burger and his grandma. The grandma didn't want two crazy YouTubers in their house, so we didn't get to cook them steak. So we said, well, then we'll go get you Culver's. We ran to the burger place. We got them burgers. We came back. And then the kid, Jake, was like, come down. I want to show you my van, which is down the hill, like down in the basement garage, lower level. I looked at JT like, should we be going down in the basement with this kid? He seems like a nice enough guy. I don't know. We went down there. We went around the corner. And on the side of the garage in chalk, there was 2 words written out. What do you think those 2 words were? You already know because you saw it. They were be kind. The exact 2 words that Bill Knott ends every one of his videos with, the exact words that inspired me to go out with JT and have a day of kindness. It literally said, be kind. I could not believe it said that on the side of the thing. And then what blew my mind even more was the kid, Jake, he said, he used the word providence, which maybe he heard me or JT say that. But then he said to us, well, you know, guys, everything is connected, which is what JT and I, we didn't say anything about everything being connected. And that's all we were talking about in the whole car ride over was how the whole world's connected. The trees are connected. Everything's connected. And then it says, be kind on the side of this kid's garage. I'm like, what inspired you to write that on the side of your garage? Then I told him the whole story about Bill Knott. And yeah, as Nancy Chandler just said right here, Providence. I was chatting with Bill the whole time, sending Bill pictures. I was like, Bill, you got to see this kid. It is crazy. He just totally reminds me of you. So I spent the whole day with JT yesterday. It was absolutely incredible. And we almost got skunked, but we didn't give up. We were literally at Walmart. We filled the cart up. We bought a little portable, the cheapest grill we could find. We bought a bag of, we didn't buy it. We put it in the cart, a bag of charcoal, a lighter. And then we're like, now we need plates. Now we need forks. We're going to need something to cut the steak up. And we were going to go in the Walmart parking lot. And we were giving up. We knocked on like 100 doors. We asked like 100 people. Everyone said no, which blows my mind. You don't want a free steak? I think it was, I'm blaming it on JT's cow pants. They were weird. They were weirded out by two knuckleheads at their door.
I think he looks amazing, but I don't know. That's just, he's got his, healing humanity one on. So he's like kind of showing. Shout out to my friend Andy. She made all those for him. And he had his cow hat on, cow pants on. I mean, he looked amazing.
Do you guys want to see a little, sneak peek? I am editing this whole video together. Jen saw a little bit of it. It's going to be a while, and we're doing part of it on my channel and part of it on JT's channel. Should I show them a little sneak peek? You guys let me know in the chat if you want to see. I put together a little like 1 minute teaser. I was just sharing it with JT. I wasn't going to share it with the world, but maybe we'll bring it up here on the screen if you guys want to see it. And then you could see the young Bill Knott guy I was talking about who played us a little music.
And his music was really good.
Who does this? This kid got out. He's like, wait, I got to put my jersey on. And he had a Packers jersey with
what did the back say?
Our new quarterback's name is Love. And he said, because he's a good quarterback, but also because I spread kindness and love. This kid was just like Bill, just love and joy and kindness. It was crazy. Well, again, a couple people saying they want to see the teaser trailer. Let me see if I can
Peas
pull it
and
up.
Carrots, right? JT and Carrie are just like peas and carrots.
Me and Jenny.
Those two are.
Me and Jenny are like peas and
I
carrots.
was making breakfast this morning for them because JT spent the night, and then I was making breakfast. I could just hear JT. All he was doing was cracking up the whole time. He just has a laugh that just.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear this, so. Let's go. Okay, I'm pulling up a little preview if you guys want to see a little sneak peek. There we go. Hopefully you can hear it okay.
Let them know if you can hear it.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pull this little preview up and let me know if you guys can hear this okay. A little taste of what's to come.
Steak and lobster, right? That's true. You guys are more steak and lobster than peas and carrots.
You're right. All right, let me know right away if you can't hear this. And the first part, this isn't edited. This is not final. I probably shouldn't show it, but I want to show it. I just added this part on with Bill because this 187 days, this was Bill's last video that inspired me. Like, yeah, we're going to knock on doors for strangers, but we're going to, whatever we can do to be kind to people per Bill's message. All right, I'm going to hit play. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Be kind to one another. Go out every way to help each other, help complete strangers, say kind words to each other and kind words to complete strangers. Yeah, it'll really, those, like I said so many times, those acts of kindness carry weight. They can really affect people's lives in a very positive way. Be kind to one another.
Let's go! We're trying to find someone. We're looking for someone that we can come to their house and come to cook a steak dinner for. We'll cook a steak dinner for tonight. Our treat. We're getting desperate.
But I play music.
Oh, nice. We need music.
Bro, yes, I will play some music for you guys.
Okay, have a good day.
Yep, you too. Thanks, we're not interested.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
This is fitting for us knocking on doors, right? This is what I was imagining every time we ring a door.
So I don't have any time, but
Thank you for the offer, but I'm going to decline.
You usually can't just walk into a fire department, can you?
oh, you can't?
I don't think so. I don't know. Yes, it's Bill, Bill. What gave you the inspiration to put this on the wall behind you?
Oh,
Do you know anyone we can make a steak dinner for?
Not offhand. I do apologize for that.
No? Okay. You want one? Jen got a kick out of that last one. I don't know if you heard that. I was getting so desperate. I asked the guy at Culver's, do you want a steak dinner? And he was like, no. And then there was a long pause. And I was like, do you want one? He was like, no, I'm good. Man. So that was just a little sneak peek. The amount of footage we have is just crazy. And we got to the end of the day and it all came together beautifully at the end of the day. So JT and I are going to need a couple days still to edit all of this together, but what the heck? I figured I'd share that with you guys. A little sneak peek. Appreciate you joining us.
Hey, oh.
EHH, where is it?
What a cutie pie.
I'm going to add that little sound effect so that I can just play it over and over again. That was the theme. That was the theme yesterday. We just kept saying, and we did end up a little, what is it? A little spoiler alert. Shout out Karen Harrington. Oh, we did end up finally after my knuckles were bleeding from knocking on doors. And if you're wondering why I was knocking on the doors, it was because I insisted, because last time JT and I went, that knucklehead, the first door he knocked on, they said yes. I was like, do you have any idea the odds of that happening? People were calling us liars and that those were our friends and that we paid them. We never met those people. They're not cousins. We don't know any of them. But yeah, this time it was more realistic. So many doors, but it ended up happening eventually. And we met just the most amazing people. I'm going to show you the little preview that's going to be on my channel. And then we're going to have the big reveal on JT's channel, which happened last night, which absolutely incredible. You didn't even see that part yet. I didn't show you that part yet. Meeting the people that we had steak dinner with.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I saw the other
strangers
where he went.
We pulled up to their house and the garage was open. They got there just a couple minutes before us, and the grill was out of the garage. It was just like the first couple, Chris and Tanya, that we met. It was so cool. That's crazy.
Well, can I say one part or should I not? Should I leave it out?
What is it? Whisper. Oh yeah, you can say that.
Oh, okay, thank you. I wasn't part of it, so I get to relive what they did. So, the funniest thing, I think a kid actually subscribed to Kerry's channel. So they went to a fire station and they knocked on the door and they said, "Well, I want to interest you in or anybody in a steak dinner." And there was a kid that was looking out the window. I mean, it was a kid, and he goes, "Oh, I know him." And he's like, "Well, which one of us do you know?" And he's like, "Oh, I know Kerry."
This is absolutely insane. So in the last hour when we were desperate, when we were at that Culver's drive-thru you saw, I paid for the guy's food behind me. I'm trying to do random acts of kindness. I'm like, I want to pay for the guy behind me.
I do that all the time.
You'll see that in the video. Well, then the guy was waving to me.
Hiya, Mary. Sorry, I had to say hi.
The guy was waving to me, so I got out of the car and I was like, gave him the spiel. I want to come to your house and make you steak. This Culver's I just bought you, that's just an appetizer. He's like, no, I'm on call. I can't do that. But he said, maybe you should go try the fire department. So JT and I are like, fine. We went to the Wisconsin Dells Fire Department. And then I said to JT, I'm like, you can't just go in a fire department.
Right.
But there were some guys in there and the guy was walking by. So I knocked on the door. He opened it up. I said, I love first responders, police, firemen. I want to hook you guys up. I want to buy you guys steak. You got some guys back there I see working. We'll buy you steak and we'll cook it for you. Can we do that? And the guy was like, oh, I don't know. And then this little kid off in the corner says, I know him. And I was like, what? He said, this is all on video, so I'll show you. I know him. And then they let us in, and this kid, what was the kid's name again?
I don't remember the kid's name, but it was amazing.
Oh, he had the coolest name.
Pulled him up on YouTube and was like, I know you.
The kid was about a 12-year-old kid, maybe. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. And he's like, I know you. I follow your YouTube channel. I'm like, what? And he came out. I was like, show me. I made him show me. He pulled his phone out. Homestead How. He was subscribed. I said, what video did you watch recently? And he listed the video that I just published earlier in the day. It was absolutely insane. The kid, like, I'm not patting myself on the back. I have 175,000 subscribers. That ain't nothing. That's a lot. I'm very happy for it. But in the grand scheme of the world, Jen, that's nothing. There's 350 million people in the United States. I just happened to knock on a thing and there's a kid in there that happened to have subscribed. And that was the only way we got in because the guy was like, yeah, we're busy. We got this event going on. Then they let us in. And then this kid gave JT and myself a whole tour. We saw the antique fire trucks. They had this brand new $1.5 million shiny fire truck and they were getting it ready for some event. It's all insane. I just can't believe. It's gonna all be in the next video. I can't believe that kid was subscribed to my channel. Like, what are the odds?
Especially a kid. I mean,
and the kid was so cool. The kid was so cool because he was hyped about YouTube and he was like, "Do you guys ever do lives?" We're like, "Yeah, we're doing one tonight. We did one. JT and I did one last night." He's like, "Oh, maybe I could do one with you." We're like, "Yeah, if we can get upstairs and cook for the firemen, we'll do that for you." And that didn't work out. You'll have to watch the video to see what happened.
Well, say hi to the kid because he's probably watching right now.
I'm trying to. Why can't I remember his name? Bryson.
Was it?
I think it was Bryson. No, I'm messing it up. JT, if JT jumps in the chat, you got to tell me the kid's name now. I just completely drawn a blank here.
Yeah, I need to make JT a t-shirt that says, "Eh-oh."
Eh-oh. Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. The whole thing was awesome. The whole day was awesome. And it just got crazier and crazier. Should I tell them what? You're going to have to watch JT's channel to see the end of it. But the couple that we met that we ended up giving the steak dinner to, the woman didn't speak English. How can I'm not going to give any of this away because you guys got to watch this, but I'll just tell you one little other quick story that I think is hilarious. Should I tell them the story about? Here's one quick story. At the end of the night, the couple that we met, the gentleman that we met, and it was his mother and his kids, he was Mexican, and his mom only spoke Spanish. He was translating for her. Anyways, near the end of the night, it was just, you guys can have to watch it, but near the end of the night, he said to JT, was JT stand for something? Is that a nickname?
Oh, right.
And then I had a really funny joke. Oh, man.
I cannot believe this.
It was so funny. So
Unbelievable.
I said, I tapped JT in the belly. I was like, yeah, his nickname is Burrito Bueno. Oh, man. The guy cracked up. JT cracked up. I cracked up. I was so proud of myself for that joke. Now, I thought Bueno meant big. So I thought I was saying Big Burrito. That's JT's nickname. Everyone thought it was so funny. Later, I looked up Bueno. It means good. So it means that JT is a good burrito. Either way, it's a hilarious joke. But now here's the crazy thing that happened. I didn't even think I was going to put this in the video. This was the crazy thing that happened. Burrito Buenos is the name of a restaurant, a hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurant on the north side of Milwaukee that was 4 miles from my house when I was in high school. When you and I met, we were 14 years old. We used to go to Burrito Buenos with my dad.
Yep.
My dad's hangout was Burrito Buenos, this little Mexican restaurant with a bar. My dad would go there a couple times a week. Nobody would know about this. I get in the car with JT at the end of the night, and he's like, dude, the Burrito Buenos thing, that was such a funny joke. It's so interesting, too, because I used to go to this place called Burrito Buenos. JT doesn't even live near there. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So then we go and find out that, sorry, I just want to make sure. Then we go and find out, JT and I start talking. He's like, my dad used to, JT told me this.
I think that
his dad, Tim, used to go, JT's dad used to go to Burrito Buenos all the time. I'm like, dude, my dad went to Burrito Buenos all the time.
all the time.
You guys got to understand this. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this is a little hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurant. There's probably thousands and thousands of Mexican restaurants in the state of Wisconsin. JT lives on the other side in Mequon, Thiensville right now. Nowhere near there. This is in the north side of Milwaukee. It's unbelievable. I called my dad. JT called his dad. And they're like, we both asked him all these questions because this was so long ago. We're like, do you remember the owner's name? Marcos. And they're like, what other do you remember? They had 2 cash registers. They had 2 cash registers. They had dollars on the bed. All these things. My dad and JT's dad, I can almost guarantee it. They probably had a beer together and they hung out together and they had salsa together and they joked together. And this was when we were in high school, right? This was 25 years ago. That was even before that we were in high school, but this occurred 25 years ago. I guarantee it. I know it for a fact. I crossed paths with JT 25 years ago in that place. He said he was in there all the time. I was in there all the time with my dad. My parents were divorced. My dad didn't cook a whole lot. We go to this place. A lot of times I just eat the chips. I get the free chips and we get some nachos or something like that. Unbelievable. You guys, do you know how I met JT? He saw my homesteading YouTube channel a couple of years ago from a video I did about Ash. Then he followed me on YouTube, and then he saw my carnivore videos. And then because I was doing carnivore and succeeding, he decided to do carnivore. And then he was breaking down, almost crying on one of his videos, saying this changed his life. It was really touching to me. So I contacted him, and now here we are today. But 25 years ago, our dads were hangout buddies at Burrito Buenos.
You needed to have each other switch photos or something, because what if they were good friends or something?
They very well could have been. They were both. It's so weird too, because my dad's passionate about this weird Mexican place, and JT's dad was too. He's like, yeah. JT's dad said the same stuff my dad. That's such a cool place. The owners were awesome. They had great tortilla chips. They made homemade.
But I mean,
crazy.
It wasn't well known.
So much crazy. I can't wrap my brain around the craziness that happened yesterday. Just imagine 25 years ago, JT and I were sitting in the same Mexican restaurant, and now here we are now. Yeah, you too.
Could have met him.
You, JT's dad, my dad. Someone said you would not have done that. Nancy Chandler, amen for that. I would not have done anything that we did yesterday if not for carnivore. None of it. And all of it was awesome. And I'm thankful and I'm sad for all of the humans out there that are living on the standard American brain fog fatigue that wouldn't do some of the things JT and I did yesterday because, man, it was so much fun. So much fun.
I'd like to go next time.
To the
but I
police department,
couldn't.
fire. We went to multiple police departments, fire departments. It's so funny. Poor Jen. So when we went to Canada, I like to have fun. It's pranks, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we went to Canada, and let me show you real quick.
Oh, geez, here we go.
This is a picture I texted Jen with no explanation whatsoever.
Oh my God. I had no idea.
And I didn't talk to you, like I wasn't trying to be rude, but it was like a day or two and I didn't talk to you because I was just so busy. We were filming. I texted Jen after 2 days of like radio silence. I texted her this picture of me with another man in a bathtub.
Look at the picture though, guys. Look at the picture and what is next to Jeff?
What's that?
A little ducky.
A little ducky?
They're
Charger
in
Mopar, Rick?
a bathtub together with a little
With
ducky.
a rubber ducky.
That's all he sent me.
Right. You don't know
No
that's a cold plunge.
explanation.
You don't know that's a cold plunge.
No.
You don't know what the heck's going on.
I had no. I'm like, okay, well, he's.
Come on, can I get some comments in the sidebar? That's a pretty fun little helpless prank, right? I texted you a couple hours later to explain.
Yeah, it was a while
You-
before I got.
What did you say? Do you remember what you said?
No.
She said, "You need to come home right now."
That's right.
Oh, that was awesome. So, and what was my point? My point was yesterday, after all day, man, we were just knocking. I didn't have time to call or check in for anything. You called and checked in with me. How's it going? And I texted you a picture of me standing outside a police department. It said police. I had a frown on my face. What did you think?
Nothing.
You get arrested? What's going
I
on?
didn't think anything. I'm like, you're with JT. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just let it go. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to call me and say bail us out or something. I would have said too bad.
I'm pretty sure his name was Bryson, but I feel like that's wrong for some reason. All right. Wow, there's so many people here.
I thought everyone knew what burrito meant.
One hope for all, Sandra.
You know.
I did too. For some reason in my head, Bueno was big burrito. I think someone 25 years ago when I was there, I think I might have asked my dad, like, what does Bueno mean? I think he was probably drinking a beer and he was like, I think it means big. They were known for their big burritos too. They had huge burritos there. So they were known for that. I should have known, but yeah, when I got back, I'm like, I was second guessing it this morning. And that was when I Googled it. And it was like, good burrito. I'm like, either way, it's funny. JT's a good burrito or a big burrito, but
Well, he's
Can I
not
get
big
some-
anymore, but
I know, but isn't that a funny joke?
Mhm.
Here was the thing. They spoke Spanish and I don't. I took French class in high school. So,
Mhm. How'd that work out for you?
what is grandma abuela? I think grandma's abuela. That was the only one I knew. And though it was the grandma, her son, and then the grandkids. So I called her abuela, and this woman, oh my goodness. I don't have any grandparents left. I wanted this woman to be my we connected. JT's gonna be so mad. I'm just giving it all away. We connected in the Walmart. The grandma, my new abuela, she was hesitant, right? She's with her grandkids. JT's with the cow pants on. She doesn't want to come home with us. I was like this to her. We lost this footage too, by the way, which is unfortunate. I'm like, please, we're so hungry. I've knocked on 100 doors. Please take us home with you. I could tell she was worried with the kids. So I said to the son who translated, I said, please tell your mom, I have triplets plus one, all girls. And then he was like, oh. And then he translated it to her, and she was like, oh, and that opened it up. I think that's what got us in. So, well, she was so sweet and so nice and so funny. We cooked the food up. Oh, you want to run up there and check that?
I gotta check my phone. I think she might have texted me.
We got a little doorbell ring, which means Alyssa needs some backup. Why don't you just run up there and double check?
She didn't text.
Yeah, just go. You want to go check, or you want me to?
I'll go do it because they like you better than me.
No, they like you better than me.
She said yes. Come up. I got you.
All right, Jen's got to check upstairs. You got to come right back though, because they want to talk to you. If you guys have some questions for Jen, post them right now. Anyhow, the grandmother was amazing. She cooked some food for us, and she was just so weirded out that we didn't want any sauce or vegetables, but she did it all. She made some shrimp and butter. Oh, it was so good. And then she put this little green garnish on the side, and she walked by, and she looked at me, and she went like this. And she pointed at the garnish because she knew I'm not, no bueno. I'm not doing it. I'm not. That's why no bueno, no good. No bueno, I'm not eating that. So she went like this and she did that and she started laughing. It was the funniest. She was just awesome. The spirit. JT talks about the vibrations and the waves. You got to go up there, right? Go quick. Just make sure.
I'm having fun.
You sure she's all
I'll
right
be
though?
back.
She doesn't usually ring the doorbell unless there's something wrong.
She said somebody came and dropped something off.
Jen will be right back. Just got to double check. Carnivore cures the language barrier. Yes, absolutely. I can't wait. I'm not giving any more away. I got to shut up. It's going to be on JT's channel, but we have new friends that are probably going to have a new Carnivore YouTube channel, and we're probably going to do a live stream with them in the future. So look forward to all of that. You and JT were meant to be friends. Love that. Absolutely. You know, it's true, but I'm friends with everyone. If carnivores in particular, I don't discriminate. If you're a good human, I'm friends with you. But it just seems like all carnivores are pretty awesome. Awesome. I love Mexican food. I better love it. I'm Mexican. Awesome, Sandra. We had ribeyes, sirloin steaks, shrimp, and she made bacon. And I haven't had any bacon in 2 weeks. I had bacon last night. Oh, and was it ever good? Oh, was it fantastic? There's a couple questions for Jen. I'll get back to those when she comes back. T. Lewis, how long ago were you selling steaks door to door? That's a great question. Hey, any good questions, movie questions, any questions at all? Let's go. I was selling steaks door to door when I was 15 and then, no, 16 years old because I had my driver's license. At 16 years old, one of my first jobs, and it was crazy. I knocked on thousands of doors to sell people steaks, and then yesterday I knocked on like 100 doors to try to get people to have a free steak. Man, I used to be good at selling steaks. Now I can't hardly give away a free steak. It's crazy. Bill says, I do miss eating corn tortillas, Sandra. I probably eaten over 1 million in my life. Yeah, me too. Rick, yeah, I was thinking rubber ducky, man, when we saw that rubber ducky in the tub. Boys having too much fun. Man, it was a blast yesterday. It was so much fun. And then JT and I went to the Amish grocery store. We went to my Amish friend Bill's, William. His name's William, which was crazy too. We're driving. And I said, oh, we're going to my Amish friend. His name's William. And JT's like, oh, it's crazy because JT's son's name is William. And then we got Bill. Bill is oftentimes short for William, Bill not. And my middle name's William. It's like 7 different Williams. So there's a little bit of a connection there that was kind of interesting. Carnivore Leo, Rhonda said, hey, Bill Knott, I just watched your video where you made steak fingers. Love it. I'm going to make some today. Hey, shout out Bill Knott and Carnivore Leo. That recipe was awesome. JT copied it on his channel, and that was our backup plan because we kept thinking yesterday we could very well get someone that doesn't have a grill. And I don't want to cook a steak on a frying pan, but if they got an air fryer, we could do some of Bill Knott's ribeye, bacon wrapped ribeye steak fingers. But we did find someone with a grill. You guys reminded me of Bert and Ernie. That's pretty funny too. I don't know if you saw when I ordered the food at Culver's, they always ask what your name is at the drive-thru. You guys will see this in the full video. I've already sent this to Bill. Every time I go to a drive-thru, which is not that often, but I don't know, over the last 300 days, it adds up. I get burger patties, plain, no bun, right? And while at Culver's, they say, what's your name? Every single time, my name is Bill, B-I-L-L. Why? Because it's easier to spell Bill than Kerry. Plus, I'm usually talking to Bill. Plus, it's just funny to me. So in the video, you're going to see what I said, but I'm like, Bill Knott has no ideas how many burger patties he's ordered over the last 300 days under his name. But the Bert and Ernie thing is funny because back in the day, pre-carnivore, I used to say my name was Ernie. And then if my daughter Alyssa was with me, we actually have this in a video. I made her say it was Bert. I'm like, I'm not paying for your food, Alyssa, unless you tell me your name is Bert. We went to this pizza place once pre-carnivore, and I said my name was Ernie. And I was sitting there giggling like a stupid little schoolgirl. And then Alyssa's like, Bert, B-E-R-T. And the lady was like, oh, okay. And she said it real firmly too. B-E-R-T, Bert. The little things make me laugh for sure. Bill, did you get your bed frame yet? Yeah, Bill got the bed frame. Hoping the boys can set it up tomorrow. My brothers have been crazy busy on huge overtime job. Nice. Sandra speaks French too. Spanish is my mother tongue. I also know French. It was so easy for me to learn because of my Spanish. I know some Italian as well. That's really cool. I took French class. I think I was in middle school. I took 2 years of it, and I barely learned anything. And I was so fortunate when I was right around age 15, 16, my mom was a travel agent, and she took my stepdad, my mom, myself, and my sister. We went to Europe, and I'm so thankful and grateful that I was able to do that. Although I wish I could have done it now as an adult that would have appreciated it instead of kind of a dumb teenager that just kind of didn't really appreciate it at the time, unfortunately. But long story short, we went to France. I learned more in 1 week in France than I did the entire 2 years in school. But now I'm sure I've probably forgotten it all. Griffin was the name. Thank you. Karen Harrington, how did you know that? Maybe someone mentioned it down below. That's crazy. Karen Harrington, how did you know Griffin? Maybe I said it earlier. A couple people saying it now. Is Griffin on here? Griffin, if you're on here, buddy, come on, let's go. We got to do a live stream together. I felt bad because JT and I left. Griffin went to see, could we do steaks? And they were polishing the floor. And then someone came out and said, no, guys, I'm sorry. We got a big event going on. It's just too much right now. Maybe another time. And so then we left and we didn't really get to say bye to Griffin. Christy, Meeting Wellness, Homestead Hall, looking forward to our chat on the 31st. I have jury duty tomorrow, so fingers crossed I don't get put on trial. Yeah, looking forward to that. Shout out Meeting Wellness. That's going to be a fun video we do together. Message for Jen. I'd love to see some videos of some of your ketovore meals. Awesome. Yeah, she should be back down here in a minute. I'll save that one on the side. No way, Bill. Is that where the Bill comes from? It's crazy. So Bill's middle name is William. My middle name is William. JT's son's name is William. And my good Amish friend's name is William. Craziness. JT, Adam too, shout out. I use the name Bill everywhere I order food and have to tell them the name Bill. Bill, you are ordering food around the whole country. Everyone watching this, we got 276 people right now. Put your hand up. I want everyone to make a pledge right now. If you go anywhere and order food, number one, you pledge it's going to be carnivore. So you just can get burger patties, clean burger patties. And number two, when they say, what's your name? You say Bill, B-I-L-L. Bill, you're going to have the world record for the most fast food ordered in the entire country, but it's a good thing. We got another middle name of William there. Christy said she bought some of the feline natural cat food you gave Daisy, and Pixel loves it. Thanks for the tip. That's really cool. Yeah, all of our animals at the Homestead homestead, well, not all of them. All of our domesticated animals are carnivore now. Both of our cats and both of our dogs. And they're doing awesome. Nancy Chandler says, I wish everyone was as kind as the carnivore community. Yeah, me too. Hey, that's what we're doing with this, right? I really believe this is true, is that people on the standard American diet are sad. And in some ways they're sick. And I'm just speaking about myself before I was carnivore. I was sick and I was sad and I was depressed and I had brain fog and I was arthritic. My stomach hurt all the time and I was a constant state of depression and anxiety. So I didn't have the energy to do the things I did yesterday. I wouldn't be friends with JT or Bill. I wouldn't have the energy. I'd be like, I got to focus on my family. I barely can get through the day as it is. I'm laying on the couch. I'm weak. I'm fatigued. I'm tired. People on the standard American diet are impaired. I really believe that they are impaired and therefore incapable of the kindness and joy and going after their goals and hopes and dreams because they just don't have the energy to. The brain takes an incredible amount of energy to function. When you're putting the wrong fuel in there, it can't do it. It's not possible to do it. So what happened, Jen?
Somebody came and dropped something off for me.
Someone came and dropped something off. All right.
Yep.
Well, we're having a good talk here. Jen, you got to commit to this. Everyone pledged and they put their hands up and we're all, Adam was on here, Carnivore Today, and he said he always orders his food as Bill. I always order my food as Bill. Bill just told me his middle name is also William. My middle name is also William.
Are you kidding?
Everything is connected. It's all connected. It's scary how connected it is. Next time you order food, you got to use the name Bill.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you're female or male. Your name is Bill.
Well, I hate my name, so I'm always using Katie or
You
Emma.
could say it's Billina or
I'll
something
say,
like that.
From now on, I'm Bill.
You're Bill and Nell. Bill and Neffer.
Billy, I'm Billy.
Jennifer, hey, Kerry, new subscribers of today. Love your content. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, all subscribers, shout out. I got some cool stuff coming for you. Every Thursday, we do a members only live stream, and that is at 3 o'clock. We haven't missed a Wednesday in over a month now, and all sorts of insider stuff. When we're going out filming for the documentary, which is ramping up like crazy, by the way, insider content, behind the scenes content. Now, this next thing, this is the big one. When I launch videos now, this is a new feature on YouTube. Members get it first. I got to figure out how I'm doing it, but did you know that you could do that, Jen? Jen has her own channel too. I create crafts. Members, I can click on the video. So this video that I'm so excited about, that I'm telling you about, I'm going to release for members only. You guys will get to see it for maybe like 24 hours or longer before the general public does. The members get to see it first, and then after 24 hours, it'll go out to the whole public. So another benefit of being a member. Every penny we get from memberships, every single penny goes to the Healing Humanity for the documentary. Every donation we get for GoFundMe, every shirt we sell goes towards Healing Humanity.
And
I will never take a penny from it. What?
your salt shakers.
And the Redmonds.
I'm sorry. I'm the one that sends them out. So
Shout out,
he
Jen.
Doesn't remember, so I'm always remember the
Can you,
salt shakers.
can you tell them about the salt shakers?
I don't have one on me, but it's pretty cool. It's kind of neat because JT had one this morning too. Yeah, so it's like it's a little holder for salt shakers. He's trying to look it up right now. You put a little bottle of Redmond salt in there. So let's say you're going out to dinner or you're going to a family member's house or something, and they just have regular table salt. Well, you can get this and you can always keep it on you. It's just a keychain, but we give you the keychain, multiple colors, whatever I send out is what you're going to get. I'm sorry, you don't get to choose, but I send out little keychains to you, and then it has a bottle of Redmond salt in it as well. So it's pretty neat. And like he said, all the money for that goes towards the documentary. So I try to help in a little way. So when you purchase those, I'm reading all your comments and everything. Unfortunately, I can't type back, but I do love the ones that you send. It's always to Kerry. I love you. Thank you for doing this for me. Everything's very powerful, but that's just another way that you guys can help as well.
Yeah. So thanks for getting those. Those are awesome. If you don't know it, if you're new here, if you're a new carnivore, sadly, a lot of the salt has dextrose or sugar in it. Everything has sugar in it now. And this table salt you get is bleached and there's no minerals in it. So we always use the Redmond salt. It's got a lot of minerals, a lot of good stuff in it. And those little ones that we just showed you are cool too, because you probably have the big Redmond salt at home like we do. Well, you don't have to keep rebuying those, although it'd be nice if you did because it'll support the documentary. But you could take the little cap off the little guy and you can refill it when you get home. And then when you travel, if you're at a restaurant or you're getting burger patties under the name of Bill Knott, or you go to a family or friend's house, you got your Redmond salt with you. She's got one in her purse. I usually have one in my pocket. JT had one on him yesterday.
Someone said never eat anything from fast food. Well, if I get them anything like Emma or Kerry, I get them a patty, just a patty, nothing else, no cheese, no condiments, no nothing on it. Like from really try to stay away from McDonald's, but I go to Culver's and get them something.
Great to have in your pocket. Absolutely.
Right.
So Jen, we had a couple questions for you. Let's go over to this.
Oh,
shout out Lynn Bailey. Thank you so much. 279 super chat. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lisa, can I come meet y'all? Sure. Come on out to the theater. We have lots of people coming to the theater. We're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're open at 6 p.m. Friday, 6 p.m. Saturday, and 3 p.m. Sunday.
But if you want to come, especially for him, he's not always here. So
Shoot me an email, homesteadhow@gmail.com. I'm usually here. Yesterday I wasn't because I was knocking on strangers' doors.
Yeah. And Friday you went for pool.
It's true what they say. Once you realize the power of carnivore, you want to spread the good news. Kerry, call yourself the traveling carnivores, cooking on the fly. Yeah. Here we go. Jen, I saw the short that you were transitioning to ketovore. That's awesome. My son agreed to try it for 30 days to see if it helps his ADHD. Today is day one. I'm so excited for
I'm
him.
excited for him too. He's got it. Yes, exactly.
Christy from Eating Wellness. We're doing a video together on the 31st live stream. So everyone check it out.
Hi there.
Question. I got this one already. How long ago were you selling steaks door to door?
That's right.
Back in the day. You remember those days,
I
Jen?
do.
Crazily enough, Jen and I were together then. I was 16. So that was
A long time ago. Don't.
28 years ago, something like that. Jen, I'd love to see some videos of your ketovore meals.
That's interesting.
You've done
Yeah.
some shorts. They want more shorts?
I do. I have done a few shorts. I'm not really as confident as Kerry being on here right now, so it's taken a little bit out of me. I do, and you're all gonna hate me. I'm sorry.
You're going off camera a little.
I'm still keto, but I'm still on vegetables. Don't get mad at me. I know. I'm slowly going off of it, but I have my salads. I have my vegetables.
So when we say keto,
going into eating meat.
keto is generally 20 carbs or less.
Right.
And you're going in ketovore, which is 10 carbs or less.
Which is also more meat too, which I'm trying to do. I'm going more into it, but yes, so don't kill me, but I'm trying. I've been a vegetarian my whole life, so transforming.
Baby steps.
Right.
Are there any carnivores on here from Toronto? Hello, some people say because I'm carnivore, I'm always in ketosis. What can I do? I don't understand the question. You can be in ketosis. That's a great thing to be in. Am I missing the question
good
here?
To be in
Yeah.
ketosis. I don't. Yeah.
When your body's in ketosis, you're burning ketones and you're burning fat for fuel instead of sugar. That's the point. That's a good thing. I feel incredible being in ketosis.
Yeah, tell them that it's great to be in ketosis. You feel better. You get more stuff done, and
Good morning from the Philippines. Awesome. Hello, Philippines. Yeah. Twin Maples. Hey, Bill, what do you think of this idea? Once Bill Knott gets mobile again, since he has been a professional musician, put together a music set concert at the theater.
Could you imagine that?
It's funny you say that because 3 days ago, I texted Bill. I had the most vivid and realistic dream that I was working here at the theater and Bill walked in. It was the craziest thing in the world.
I'd probably fall over.
I texted Bill. Bill's on here right now. I was like, Bill, I don't know. What did you ride your we've been talking about mountain biking a lot. I was like, I don't know if you did a crazy cross country. You rode the bike over. And he was like, no, I flew my private plane over.
There you go.
Landed.
Bill, I hate flying, but buddy, I'll fly with you.
Shout out Adams. Shout out Jen's channel.
Oh, thank you so much.
Subscribe to Jen's channel if you love crafts. She does cricket crafts.
I have been. I just haven't been doing a lot lately because I'm just busy with everything else. But I have a brand new machine. Does anybody have it? It's called We Create. It's a brand new laser machine. I have it at home. I haven't even unboxed it yet, but I've been so busy. What's my name? What's my channel name? It's I Create Crafts. But like I said, I haven't been doing a lot lately. Just been too busy with things. But I've been doing a couple of Valentine's Day stuff in there. Carrie's trying to look it up now.
Here's Jen's channel. While we look at that real quick, everyone, please, let's talk about movies for a couple minutes. We did this last week, and it was so much fun. What did we talk about last week? What's your favorite movie? What about this week? What movie are you looking forward to seeing, or what movie did you recently see? And it doesn't have to be in theaters. If it was an interesting or worthy movie that you recently saw, let us know. Yeah, here's Jen's channel, I Create Crafts. But you did a video 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I thought you just said you didn't do one in a long time.
I haven't been really doing one. And you see my thumbnails. Emma's actually been doing them for me.
Let's see what you got, the most popular. See who made that thumbnail for you?
Well, of course you did.
I made this thumbnail. This is Jen's most popular video, 225,000 views. How to make a wood sign with the Cricut craft tutorial.
My biggest ones are the car decals. I love making car decals. I have them all over my car.
Yeah, so if you're into crafts, there you go. Check it out. I Create Crafts. Easy DIY $1 store light up frame.
More views. I work, if you have a YouTube channel, you know how hard you work for it. So when you only get a couple, 100 views per video, and that's why it makes me slow down.
Someone asked if I can post JT's channel. Absolutely. It's Poco Moonshine Family.
Mm-hmm.
And so the video of knocking on the doors of strangers is going to be on there soon.
Yeah, go check him out.
I was gonna say, is this
Subscribe.
new? Did he post this already? This was last time JT came to the house. Homestead Bound. It says for you. Here's the video he just did with Bill Knott's bacon wrapped steak fingers. And this is here, let me show you guys real quick. Well, I'm gonna turn this into a little sound effect I can play over and over again.
Welcome back, carnivores. You got me, JT, my son William. We're making a Bill Knott inspired recipe, bacon wrapped steak fingers. Let's go! Let's go!
Every time I see that, it cracks me up. Man, I got to edit my video tomorrow because I'm going to annoy people. JT and I were doing that so much. We went by the Amish guy's house and we're like, we're knocking on doors doing it. We're going down in a different neighborhood. So Lively Lioness, do you know of any budget-friendly meat delivery service? I injured and no transportation and don't want my roommates to keep taking me to the grocery store when I run out. Oh, man, I don't know about that one. Maybe someone in the comments, help out Lively Lioness. I'm not sure on that. Budget-friendly meat delivery service.
I mean,
We've
not a meat service, but I mean, what is that? They do that. They deliver groceries. What is that? But I don't know about meat service.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe someone in the comments would know more. Shout out Adam. Looking forward to seeing Healing Humanity. If you guys are new to the channel, you don't know what we're talking about. Healing Humanity, power of a proper human diet. JT and I went out yesterday to have some fun and try to cook strangers for dinner.
Wait.
Cook. I said that yesterday.
Jeez, Kerry.
Cook dinner for strangers.
Wow.
Words are important, right?
Jeez.
But we're also trying to spread the word. So we both had these shirts on. And we're being kind to people, and we were shouting out the channel. And yeah, so if you're interested in learning more, healinghumanity.movie. We're filming a documentary, following people around, doing the proper human diet over the course of a year. Bill Knott, shout out. Maggie, Jeff DeProsperous, Dr. Tony Hampton,
Dr. Chafee.
Dr. Anthony
Barry.
Chafee, Dr. Barry. Yeah, all of them. I can't wait. Man, Adam and I, what a week. What a crazy week. I'm not even going to get into the week, but we've made some incredible progress this week. So can't wait to share more.
Yeah, Adam, I'm looking forward to meeting you too. My girls, no, Emma, right?
Emma and Alyssa met Adam
Yeah,
in Chicago.
They got to meet him, but again, I unfortunately have to stay back and do the theater and stuff. So if you do something, you should do it on a weekday, then I can go.
Yeah.
There's a thought. Hey, oh.
The last movie Rick saw in the theater was Moving Violations. I have a feeling that was a long time ago, Rick. I haven't heard of that one. I want to watch the Civil War movie coming out in April. I'm not sure if I've seen that one yet.
We have April, and our booker didn't even mention that one.
So long as they do not use seed oils to cook their burger patties and their patties are 100% beef and you don't eat anything else, it's okay. I guess we're talking about the fast food thing. Yeah. Walmart does grocery deliveries.
Okay.
That could be an option.
Something. Okay.
Yeah, I think it depends on your location.
Well, Uber Eats. I don't know
Instacart.
if that's just food, like fast food, or if they actually pick up from the grocery store.
Instacart. That's a good one. Sandra, I have the Seed Oil Scout app, and many Mexican restaurants use lard and butter to cook their meat. Ooh, that's nice. Seed Oil Scout app. That's cool. I never heard of that one. All right, 286 people. In the comments right now, tell me where you're from and a movie that you'd recommend. Last week we did your favorite movies. What would be another movie? Maybe your second favorite movie, or one you'd recommend, or one you recently watched. Jen, you go first.
Do you guys remember what I said last week? It hasn't changed.
No, it has to be your second favorite movie then, or another one you'd recommend, or one you watched recently. We just watched
watched Beekeeper.
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
She likes Jason Statham.
That was a good movie. Yeah, we're having that here, not next weekend, but the weekend after. We're having that one here. So yeah, that was a pretty good action movie. I don't really know any. Don't really have a favorite, I guess. Second favorite. That's a hard one. Yes, blood something. Yes, there will be blood. Very good.
Good memory.
That was very impressive. Yes, there will be blood. Yes, that was my absolute favorite movie.
Oh, there's two good ones. Jaws and No Country for Old Men. You don't like Jaws?
No, the other one. I can't get into that.
Oh, you don't like No Country for Old Men?
No.
I love No Country for Old Men. It's
the
on my
part where he's
it's on my
in the
top two.
grocery store, is it a grocery store? Or a convenience store? You know, where he's talking about the quarter and.
Oh, it's the best part.
I know that's the part I like, but I don't like the killing and.
When he has to flip the coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, No Country for Old Men's awesome. Young
You
Frankenstein.
liked ISS? We saw that, but I don't know. It wasn't.
I liked ISS. I
It
did
was
and I
just
didn't.
too
It was
not real.
there was too many things where I was like, this just doesn't make sense.
Right.
But the premise was cool. I love the trailer.
Mhm.
Beekeeper was great action for sure. Equalizer 3 I loved. Shout out Dr. Tony Hampton. When we were talking, he had just watched that movie and we had just watched it and we played it here at the theater. Great action movie.
Mhm. Okay, just quick question. Anybody from Wisconsin? Anybody around here? Kerry was talking about doing like a meetup. That would be cool to have something here. MEAT up.
Yeah. The Green Mile, yes.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That's one that comes on. I'm like, all right, let's watch it again. Tom Hanks, John Coffey. That's a Stephen King book too. I live outside of Peoria, Illinois, and the last movie I watched was The Polar Express. That's a great one.
We just did that one for Christmas time.
We did it like 10 times, I think.
Mhm.
Every Christmas, we play that one multiple
Yeah.
times at the theater. It's always so good. Lots of little school groups and kids coming in. Really enjoy that one. Oh, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Bridges of Madison County. I remember that way back in the day.
Did your mom like that one?
Yeah, I think my mom read the book and then watched
Yeah.
it. That was with Clint Eastwood, I think. Am I screwing that one up? No, I got to look. 95. We were together for a year. Yeah, Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep. Bridges of Madison County, 1995 American romantic comedy based on the 92 best-selling book. Hey, Kel, just watched the last Mission Impossible movie. It was really good. Now, Kel, if you really liked it and you didn't see anything, go on YouTube and watch Mission Impossible behind the scenes. The amount of effort that just went into that one motorcycle jump off the cliff. What was it, like millions of dollars they spent and months over and over and over again to get this one shot that was like 20 seconds in the movie. I said this last week. It's like regardless of Tom Cruise, whatever he does in his own personal life, you got to give that guy credit as an actor for his profession. He's definitely dedicated. Plano, Texas, Back to the Future series. Everett Randolph, shout out 100%. I think I said this last week, but when we reopened the World Famous Montello Theater above us, that is the one we chose. I think you picked it, right? We were going all over. It was so cool. We played Back to the Future 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and Back to the Future 3 on Sunday of our opening weekend after taking the theater open. First time the movie theater was open in over 2 years.
Yeah, over 2 years.
Hello from Indiana. I'm going to Police Academy in April for 10 weeks, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to eat carnivore out there. Their food is sad and is very carb oriented. Any suggestions? Wow, that's a tough one.
Well, congratulations first for going to the police academy.
Yeah.
We need some good police out there.
Maybe some people got some tips below. I don't know.
I mean, can you take a...
There's usually meat options, and then you could do them. I was talking to Larry, Carnivore Soldier, about people that are enlisted and what they do.
Well, I was going to say, do you have a little fridge or something there? Maybe you could throw something. I don't know.
One thing is you can get carnivore bars. They're kind of expensive, but those are shelf stable. Shout out Adam Carnivore today. He taught me about those. If you can get eggs, got to have eggs there, right? Focus on the eggs and bacon and meat. That's a tough one. I'll think about that some more. Maybe some other folks got some comments. Donald Hoover, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Original Red Dawn. I haven't seen that one. Heard it's incredible. That's on my to watch list for sure. Bill Knott. I'm sure Bill Knott. Have you seen the original Red Dawn, Bill Knott? I think that's like sort of a prepper kind of movie.
Okay, Diane. Yeah, you got mine.
Shooter. I think that was with Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, that was a good one.
Ghost.
Diane, Ghost,
I watched that.
starring
Patrick Swayze.
and
Gee, I forgot.
Demi Moore.
What? Yes.
And The Notebook, starring.
I'm not as quick as you.
Carnivores are quick. Let's go. You got to get off that ketovore. Ooh, I'm gonna get slapped.
No,
Right? Wasn't Ryan Gosling in The Notebook?
he was a cutie.
Now I got to Google it and make sure.
Now I gotta watch it tonight. Movie. He put just Notebook and Notebook
It's
came
trying to
out.
sell me. Ryan Gosling, Rachel
Yeah.
McAdams. And then what was the last one they said? Terminator, yes. Terminator starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, directed by James Cameron.
Which is-
Terminator 2 I loved as well.
But what is that show we're watching? With the big guy, Reacher.
Reacher.
Yeah. So it was funny. If anybody's watching that show, they made a comment about Terminator on there. I'm not giving anything away, but it was kind of funny because it was the cop guy that was the bad guy is on there.
Yeah, we've been watching
I
that.
can't really give it away.
We've been watching the Reacher show on Amazon Prime. That's a pretty good show.
If you're watching, you know what I'm talking about, but I can't give it away.
Okay, I can't deny Airplane was so funny. Surely it was. Don't call me Shirley. Is that the right one? Yeah, I think so. Fried green tomatoes. Here we go. Pete.
Australia.
Brisbane, Australia. Watched Sing Street the other day. Great flick. I haven't heard of that one yet. I'll have to check it out. Not your cup of tea, probably, but Tropic Thunder. You're wrong, David Glass. That is my cup of tea. That movie was hilarious. I know it's politically incorrect or whatever. I don't care. But I don't go for a movie to get anything about politics or positions, or they got to have some deeper message. I want to go to a movie to get entertained or to laugh or to escape reality for a little bit.
Yeah, lately,
Tropic Thunder was funny.
Lately, he's been falling asleep.
Yeah.
Every time I try to pull my phone out of my pocket, he goes and he wakes up.
It's not funny.
Yesterday.
Like once a week, Jen and I will go to the movie because it's important to have balance and have a date day, right?
Yes. Plus, we like to watch movies. that
We're
we
trying to watch
play.
movies that we have to play here. Believe it or not, owning a movie theater, they don't let us preview movies. They don't let us preview movies. So we have to go to our competition and pay for a movie to watch. So we usually do that oftentimes once a week to see if we want to play it here. And in fact, the movie we're playing next week, we previewed it. I didn't fall asleep during that one. That was a good movie.
No, but there's
What was that one called?
anyone but you.
Yeah. Don't.
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 Don't. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm sorry.
But I fell asleep. I fell
I
asleep.
ain't falling asleep with him. Well, I would.
She's not falling asleep with the guy. So the guy that's in that movie, she likes
I know him.
Glenn
Powell.
Glenn Powell, who starred in what movie?
He's right there.
There we go.
I get him.
Devotion. Glenn Powell was in Devotion. Next week we're playing Anyone But You, which is a rated R movie. We don't normally play rated R movies at Montello Theater, but it's a comedy and it was pretty darn funny. And we had a lot of people asking for it. I didn't fall asleep during that one. That was a good one.
No, you wouldn't.
Did I fall asleep during Bumblebee?
Uh-oh.
I don't know who that is. I don't know how to not answer it.
Voicemail. You push voicemail. It takes me right there.
Yeah, I have been dozing off a little bit more lately. I'm getting the Dr. Kiltz. Carnivores don't nap. I said that earlier. That was wrong. Dr. Kiltz gets up at 3 a.m. and he's like, sometimes I take 2 or 3 naps during the day, and that's what a proper human would probably do in proper society. A proper human wouldn't get up and work 12 hours a day in fluorescent lights and then be done. They'd work here, they'd hunt, they'd nap, they'd hunt, they'd do this, they'd do that. Yeah, for some reason when I get in a movie theater, though, I'm just crashing lately.
Well, it's dark and
Boring.
some of them are.
Some of them are. Grumpy Old Man, that's a
Yes.
classic. That's with, come
I
on,
don't know their
Walter
names.
Matthau.
Oh, I wouldn't have known.
And Lemon, right?
Lemon.
Lemon, Jack. Grumpy Old Man. Jack Lemon? Am I saying that wrong? Jack Lemon, Walter Matthau. Boom. This carnivore brain. Jen, is that movie on YouTube? There Will Be Blood. It may be to rent, but not for free. I think it's on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime for free. The Notebook, another one for The Notebook. Trempealeau, Wisconsin. Where's that?
Oh my
I've heard of that, but I don't know where it is. I have
never
a
heard
feeling
that
that's way up north. Oppenheimer,
Yeah, that was good.
pretty good. We watched that one.
Mhm.
It was very good. The cinematography, everything was very good. was just too long. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was.
I'm probably gonna upset some
If
people.
they could have cut out a little bit.
I have a pet peeve for long movies. Just running the movie theater this last year, we've had so many 3-hour movies. If anyone should have been 3 hours, Oppenheimer was definitely didn't seem like 3 hours. Oppenheimer was good. The others, Nicole Kidman. I don't remember that one. John Wayne, The Shootist.
You know, when I was younger, it was called The Abyss. I don't know if I remember. You remember that one?
Do you know who directed that movie?
No.
James Cameron, who also directed Terminator, who also directed Avatar, who also directed Titanic. He's got a good track record. Yeah, I remember The Abyss. What was that? The people go in the water and then something with their age or something. You should rewatch that
was
one.
Cocoon.
Oh, that was Cocoon. Oh, Abyss was deep down in the ocean.
Yeah.
The Abyss. Hence the
Mhm.
name. I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago. We should rewatch that one.
Ed Harris, right?
Yeah, Ed Harris.
Mhm.
Hey, I live in Madison County. There you go. Do you have any nice bridges there, Keister? Another vote for Grumpy Old Men. Meryl Streep. I love Boys in the Boat from Indiana, the Brick House. It is literally playing above us as we speak. And poor
I
Jen.
wanted to watch it tonight, but I wanted to come say hi to all you, so I'm gonna have to wait till it goes on Netflix or something.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Jen.
Yeah.
I said, Jen,
I'm
nope.
happy here.
You got to come down here with me.
Mhm.
Primal Mike, John Wick only, but Liam Neeson movies are as well. Retaliation from last year was a good one. I agree with you, Mike, 100%. A Liam Neeson movie I recently rewatched. I don't know if I would classify it as great, but I found it kind of entertaining. Was what was it called now?
Oh, kind of remembering. Huh?
It was the one with the wolves. And did you rewatch that one with me? And what was that movie? It was called The Gray. I'm not recommending it and saying it was a great movie, but the plane crash scene in that movie was incredible. Where are you located? Would love to meet you guys and bring my family to the movies. We are located at the World Famous Montello Theater in Montello, Wisconsin, which is about 45 minutes northeast of Madison, central Wisconsin. Robin Heron, Carnivorous Grandma. Hey, Jen and Kerry, the Equalizer movies, 100%. Robin, we played Equalizer 3 here. I had Dr. Hampton on, and he was like, yeah, I just watched Equalizer 3. He brought his wife to it, and he really loved it. Great movie. Little violent, but you know what I like, Robin, about Equalizer 3? The story was great, but sometimes in a movie, the setting is almost like a character. And the setting in Equalizer 3, the little town he lived in, the little community, he'd go to the little place, the little cafe every single morning. It just felt like home. It felt like a character by itself. That was a really good movie. I'm trying to think of the director that directed Equalizer 3. I think is a pretty good up-and-coming director. I can't remember. He did one other movie that was just incredible. Lynn Tucker, my whole family is from La Crosse. A family favorite during Christmas is the Muppets Christmas Carol. That's awesome. We always ask the favorite Christmas movies because we play a lot of them here. We played Christmas Vacation up here. We played Polar Express a whole bunch of times, and we played Elf. Those are the top three, I think. I don't remember doing the Muppets one, but that's a cool one too. I remember that from when I was a kid. The Holiday with Jude Law. I don't remember that one. I mean, I remember, but I don't remember seeing it. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio. We just rewatched that. If anyone hasn't seen that, we played that here at the theater. One of the very rare rated R movies. If Martin Scorsese is directing a movie, I'm going to be playing it. I love all of his movies. Killers of the Flower Moon was excellent. The thing that was incredible with that movie too is you get a free history lesson on a bunch of history that I never knew about, but in a very interesting way with amazing cinematography. If anyone has Apple TV, it's on there for free. Well, you're paying for Apple TV, but it's on Apple TV right now. So we have an Apple TV account for our Airbnb that we rarely use. I just happened to pop in it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, Killers of the Flower Moon, sweet. I think we rewatched it, actually. How long is the movie?
I'm looking at the time. It ends about 6:04.
2 hours? 2 plus?
2 hours and 4 minutes.
Okay. Maverick. Love Maverick. I remember watching it at my grandparents' house. Who's in Maverick?
Tom Cruise?
Mel Gibson.
Maverick?
Yeah, the card guy. And what was the other guy in? And I think Jodie Foster was in Maverick. Maverick.
I was thinking of Top Gun Maverick. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe they're talking about Top Gun Maverick.
That's the only one I know of. That's why I said Tom Cruise. I don't know.
There's also a movie called Maverick with Mel Gibson from 1994. I wonder which one you're talking about. It had James Garner, Jodie Foster in it. Yeah, you're right. The new Maverick is actually way better. Top Gun Maverick was amazing. We played that in the theater here a couple times. That is one of the best movies. Shout out Tom Cruise again. In the beginning of that movie, him and the director said, we're trying to make movies for the big screen. That movie's like going on a roller coaster ride, and on the big screen, it's made for it for sure. Amanda's Violent Adventures. I'm going to roast my neurologist and say to her, it should be criminal of you to put people on meds and not tell them about ketosis. 100%. 100%. Oh, Sikoro. Am I saying it wrong? Sikoro. Am I saying it wrong? Tell me I'm saying it wrong. Sicaro? Sicaro. Sicario. I need to take a nap. I was up late last night working hard, knocking on doors. Give me a break, people. That was a great movie. That was with Emily Blunt. And man, that movie was intense. 2015. Now I'm looking it up. Benicio del Toro. Josh Brolin. Great movie. Man, some of these movies you guys are watching, we're on the same page. I recently rewatched that one too. There we go, Paul Atkins. You know what, Paul Atkins? I always see every time Paul Atkins is on here, he says Temple, Texas. In No Country for Old Men, the flip coin scene named was Temple, Texas. I remember now that you say that.
Mm-hmm. That was the part where I liked that one.
Because, the villain character asks the guy, I think he says, doesn't he say, where'd you get this place? We inherited it from my parents.
My mother's, my wife's parent.
Man, that's such a great scene. Will you be showing The Chosen season 4? If we're allowed to, 100%. We tried to show The Chosen earlier season, and I don't know if it's because we're a smaller theater. We weren't able to get it last time. That's an Angel Studios production, and we've shown almost every Angel Studios movie that we could. We showed, what was that one called? The documentary they recently came out with, Afterlife.
Oh yeah, the death one.
Sound of Freedom. The Shift. We didn't show The Shift.
No.
And His Only Brother. And we're going to be showing another Angel Studios movie at some point. It's called Healing Humanity: The Power of a Proper Human Diet.
I'm going to do what Alia always does really quick. I'm looking at the likes and the views right now. If you're on here, please push that like button up at the top. Yeah, Alia Wells, she always says that she always says it multiple times. Push that like button. Push that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. So I'm going to do an Alia.
Cat A, can you sum up in a few sentences? I don't do a few sentences very well. How diet changed your life so I can share with my 23-year-old son, trying to show him that there is hope to his suffering. He is on antipsychotic medications and is struggling. Cat A, I will listen to me right now. If you want to call me, if you want to email me, homesteadhow@gmail.com. I'll give you my phone number if you want to talk. I will be glad to talk to you. In a few sentences, eating the proper human diet changed my life forever. I was hopelessly depressed. I had depression my entire adult life. Here's my medications that I was on. Most of those were for depression and anxiety, and none of them did anything for my depression and anxiety. The only thing that fixed it was the proper human diet. I don't eat any sugar. I don't eat any seed oils. I eat proper foods that humans are intended to eat since the start of time. I eat beef, butter, bacon, eggs. My anxiety, my depression is completely gone. And what I'll tell you and your son is I would have given anything in the world to just have been no longer depressed and just have been flatlined. I'm not flatlined. I am the opposite of whatever hopelessness was. I'm happy now. I'm excited. As I mentioned earlier, my buddy JT and I we're knocking on doors, sharing the joy with people. I am full of life and happiness and going after my goals and hopes and dreams right now. I'm a proper human. And in terms of psychosis, you mentioned antipsychotic struggling. My goodness, I feel for you. I feel for your son. And I have heard so many stories from people. Here's my best advice, Cat A. Tuesday, January 30th, I'm doing a live stream on depression and mental health with Dr. Georgia Eade, Dr. Tony Hampton, and Dr. Anthony Chafee is going to be on there, and several individuals. I've heard so many stories of people with mental health issues completely reversing it on the proper human diet, including psychosis. And when you're looking at psychosis and medication, there's not a good track record from what I've heard. But I've heard story after story after story, countless stories. And Dr. Georgia Ede has heard even more. It's just the foods we're eating. When you have poor metabolic health, damages your mitochondria, damages your brain. It's that simple. Chris Palmer wrote an excellent book on it called Brain Energy. And Dr. Georgia Ede has her new book coming out January 30th. That's what we're doing on Tuesday. We're announcing it. Here, I'll give you a link to that. But if you want to talk more, I would be happy. I'd be happy to talk more. The name of her book is Change Your Diet, Change Your Mind. I will show that right here. I'm going to buy a bunch of copies of this book and just give it out to people. I read this book and a tear came to my eye because the only thing I was thinking was my entire adult life, I was searching for the answers that are in this book. She did such a good job on this book. It answers all these questions. It's hard to do it in a few sentences. That was my best attempt right there. But other than that, get this book. It answers all these questions. And maybe you or your son will have a concern. Oh, you can't just eat meat. You're going to have a heart attack, this, that. All of those are asked and answered in this book. There's recipes in this book. It says a powerful plan. That's just what it is. It gives you a plan. And it's not just, oh, do carnivore, eat meat. No, it's like you could do this or you could do this. It can meet you halfway and it can ease you into it. So
one thing I like to say really quick with that is, like you guys know, I'm not fully carnivore. But when we were on our vacation, Kerry was getting, of course, she was getting meat and stuff, but and he would always ask, no oils, no nothing on it. His mood changed from when we went on there until we got off, and he was just miserable for days, and you could tell it, right?
100%.
And it's because of the seed oil and stuff that was on there.
Just to be perfectly clear, I'm not patting myself on the back. We're not saying that I went on a cruise and I ate cake and I cheated. I didn't cheat at all. I only had.
I'm saying just the seed oils and the oils that were on there.
Yeah.
There was a couple days where he just stayed in his room and
it was crazy.
Miserable. So I'm just telling it to her that maybe it's just seed oil or something that he's eating. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm on day 314 on carnivore. My depression and anxiety is completely gone. The only issue I had is what Jen just mentioned. We went on a cruise. I was there for 7 days. I didn't cheat once. I didn't have one thing of sugar. I didn't have a blueberry. I had nothing. I just had meat the whole time, just like I do at home. But yeah, there were seed oils on it, and it messed me up. It's not just the sugar, it's the seed oils. It's anything that can cause inflammation. You can get inflammation from sugar. You can get inflammation from seed oils. The point is, when you're not eating proper natural foods that humans are intended to eat, the brain doesn't function right. And seed oils are not proper natural foods. Those are industrial lubricants for engines. Humans shouldn't be consuming those things. Sugar is a highly inflammatory, addictive drug that we've normalized. Humans shouldn't be consuming those things either. So you get rid of those things, the brain starts getting better. One other thing I would suggest is please check out Metabolic Mind. It's an entire YouTube channel dedicated to metabolic health and the mind. And they've had some amazing experts on there. They're doing incredible work over there. Dr. Brett Shearer is the host, and he's awesome. He's incredible. They interviewed Dr. Ede recently on the channel, and they've interviewed people with conditions exactly the same as your son. So I would go check that one out too.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, hopefully you can't hear too much. It's a loud one.
It got really loud.
Watch The Devil Wears Prada. Did you ever see that one? Devil Wears Prada? I've never seen that. I think that's with Anne Hathaway. Bill, what's the weather like up in Willow? Oh, we're so cute together.
Oh, thank you.
I think they're talking about us.
Are you talking about Nancy?
We're the Millers. That was a funny movie. That was with Jennifer Aniston and that one guy and that kid, Nick Poulter. Poulter, I think it is. Forrest Gump. Yeah, shout out. Tom Hanks, directed by.
Bill, it's a little cold up there. I think you need to come to Wisconsin for a little while.
-5, but it's warmed up.
I mean, it's not much warmer here, but.
Robin Heron has a question. Kerry, I just had a conversation with my father-in-law. He said he can't have tallow because he just had a triple bypass. How would you respond to this? His docs are telling him to use olive oil. Oh, man, Robin, that's such a hard one. You know what's so crazy is we've literally been using tallow and fat and butter for cooking since the start of time. It's literally been for the start of time. I don't know, Robin, I have to think about it more. I don't have a great answer, but that's my first instinct is if I was talking to my father-in-law, I'd be like, look at I always use this football field analogy, but I love it. Humans have been eating for this long. Imagine a 100-yard football field. For that whole time, most of that time, humans have been cooking with beef fat and butter, and they've been eating meat since the start of time. It's only this little blade of grass right now where we're eating olive oil or vegetable oils or these other things. We're eating this unprocessed stuff. I would also say if his doctor telling him to use olive oil, where's the science on it? And scrutinize the science, because you can't just say, oh, here's a paper on it, and then you look at the paper and it's some observational study. That would be where I'd start. Man, there's got to be, I'm sorry, Robin, there's got to be a better answer than that, though. I'm sure Dr. Barry would knock this one out of the park. Leave some comments down below. You guys can probably answer that better than I can. I'd probably answer it too. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm pretty tired right now. JT and I had a long day yesterday, and then I got up really early. And I started editing things. But I would ask where the science is on that. And where's the science that says, on the opposite side, where's the science that says beef tallow is going to cause a problem with my triple bypass or my heart issues? It's so funny you mentioned that too, because the couple the family we cooked dinner for, the mother, she didn't want to eat the meat. And we said, why? And the son said, oh, she has a heart problem. And we started getting into the whole conversation with him about that. And he's like, yeah, I figured that was true, but I've been told my whole life that meat causes heart issues, but I always felt it was wrong and that it was the sugar and it was the inflammation. And man, the guy we talked to last night had all this information, but he was so confused by what he's been told this whole time that it was literally detrimental to his health.
Yeah. That's why your documentary is really going to help.
Question. Here's a good question. I love it when you guys put good questions on here. Favorite animated movie? Jen, go. Oh, I got the best answer for this ever in the whole world. Nobody can top my answer. Go ahead, Trey. What do you got? Best animated movie. Did we bring another water on?
I was going to say, I can't think of the name. The train movie, Polar Express.
Jen says Polar Express. What do you guys say? I'm going to give it to you right now. Jen, your answer is incorrect.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Your answer is incorrect.
Yes, you're right.
Sorry about that.
I'm looking at his screen. I know what he's saying. Let's just say Pongo. Can anybody get it before he puts it up there?
Pongo.
Pongo, boy.
This is the correct answer. Sorry if anyone else answered anything else. Like you might have said Shrek, or you might have said a Disney movie. This is the best animated movie of all time. 101 Dalmatians. I don't know, I'm a little biased. When the triplets were young and we were in a bit of a blur, and our poor daughter Lily didn't have to compete with one new sibling, but 3 at a time. Lily and I, this was our go-to. Lily and I watched 101 Dalmatians a million times. This movie came out in, what was it, 60s, 65? Let me see. Now I got it. 1961. The movie came out in 1961. It is a piece of art. You look at you take any frame of that and just stop and look at it. It's like, wow, that is amazing.
I would say any Disney thing, but only back in the day. I mean, because our Katie, she loved, oh my gosh, my thing just went blank. The Pink Princess. Help me out, guys. Pink Princess.
What, from Frozen or something?
No. Why am I drawing a blank? I can't think of it right now.
Pink
Please help me.
Princess.
Pink Princess.
I don't know any Pink Princesses. From Mario Brothers?
No.
Jack Lemmon. There we go.
Really
Braveheart.
Gonna drive me nuts now.
Out of Africa.
I gotta look it up.
Rumblefish. I Can Only Imagine, or the original Beethoven. I'm sure there are others. I remember the original Beethoven. That was a good one. There we go. Shawshank Redemption, because I live in Mansfield, Ohio, where most of it was filmed. I've watched that movie a million times. I can recite it. Love it. 100%.
Okay, got it. Doesn't show up. Aurora. I could not think of her
From
name.
what movie?
It still doesn't help me.
Carnivore Ron, The Abyss, Aliens. Carnivore Ron, how's your daughter doing? I've been thinking about her. I know you mentioned before. I hope she's doing well. Swordfish, The Big Blue. Oh, here we go. Sandra, 12 Angry Men, 1957. War Horse. Warhorse was directed by Steven Spielberg. That was a great movie. Shawshank Redemption, loved it. Toy Story original. That's a really good animated one too. Goldfinger, The Godfather. Let's go.
Sleeping Beauty. Why couldn't I think of that? My goodness.
You got to transition from ketovore to carnivore,
Wow.
and then you'll
Sleeping
remember.
Beauty. That was Katie's favorite.
Donald Hoover, almost straight west of you on the Mississippi. Awesome. That's so cool. Thank you again for another super chat, Donald Hoover. Really appreciate it. Hunt for Red October. Nice. Taken 2, Taken 12. James Cameron's The Abyss was ahead of its time. It holds its own even today.
Right?
Great movie. Yeah, Bill, shout out.
Yes.
James Cameron is the man. My goodness. What James Cameron did when this new Avatar movie came out, I'm like, this is it. He's going to sink. There's no way this movie's going to make its money back. I was wrong again. It just went nuts.
Still didn't see it.
Just went nuts. James Cameron, never bet against James Cameron. Every movie. Abyss holds its own today. Terminator 2, another James Cameron movie. Titanic, James Cameron movie. All the Avatar movies. He hasn't done much since Avatar, right? It's just been like decades of
That's
working
what
on Avatar.
years, right?
300. Yeah, I remember that from back in the day. Gerard Butler, I think, was in there. The Big Blue is a French movie. The Gray is incredible. Hey, it's Sherry, the Carnivore Mommy. Hi, Kerry and Jen. Hello.
Hi.
Taken was scary.
Yeah, it was.
Bill Nutt, he's got his frame. He's hoping that the brothers can take it in soon.
Oh, I'm so excited.
No other movie takes me back to my childhood like the original Willy Wonka.
There you go.
Bill, did you see the new one just came out? Did we just have that in the theater? It's probably
That was
not
2
ready.
weekends ago.
Bill, you saw it.
Mhm.
Like I said, I had a dream the other day. You came to the theater and we were playing Willy Wonka. So you saw the new one too in the dream I had. The original was obviously way better. But a lot of people really enjoyed the new one. But there's 3, right? There was one with Johnny Depp that was kind of weird. I don't know. The one that we just played, the new Willy Wonka one, we were getting round of applause at the end, which is pretty rare, a couple times. Equalizer 3.
Oh,
Nice.
oh, wait, you gotta click on that one. Somebody's a Slipknot fan.
Where?
The next one. He's like, who's Slipknot? He doesn't understand. Next
Where?
That one. Up. Yes. His name is Slipknot fan. Thank you.
Das
Yes.
Boot, 1981 Ultimate World War
I don't care
II
about the movie,
submarine
but
movie.
yes, Slipknot, yes.
All right. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Who's in that? Let's go. Carnivore Brain. Let's go.
The big guy. Steve.
John Candy, Steve Martin.
There we go.
Great movie.
I'm tired too.
I'm
I
pretty
went
sure
to
that
bed
was
late
who's
when
it
you
directed
did.
by?
I don't know.
John
And
Hughes.
I got up and made you breakfast, so I'm tired too.
Now I got to look it up and see if I'm right.
Okay.
You guys want to know a crazy thing I can do? John Candy, Steve Martin, directed by. Pretty sure it was John Hughes.
1987.
1980. John Hughes. Yeah. Michael McKean. Kevin Bacon. Yeah. Trains, planes, automobiles. Every Thanksgiving. Watch it again. Hey, there's a great question.
Yeah.
Fast enough. Is Montello still home to the largest tree in Wisconsin? Apparently, I've got it on the
Right down the
trivia
street.
upstairs. We drive past it every day. There's a plaque on it. It says it is, but your dad was around. He's like, that's not true.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's a plaque. It says it is, and I got it on the screen, so it's
Right.
true to us. Yeah, we got a huge tree down the road. It's crazy. Gotcha, 1985 with Anthony Edwards. So
See,
funny.
somebody said Anthony, so I was thinking, or Edwards. I was thinking Edward Scissorhand. That was a really good movie. I used to watch over and over and over.
Laura Herbert said, I like The Holiday with the blonde lady actor. Her name is not coming to me. I think that was Cameron Diaz. Let me see. The Holiday.
Just put a holiday movie.
2000.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah?
See that?
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Diaz, Jude Law, Kate Winslet, Jack Black. That had a bunch of stars in it. I don't know if I ever saw it. The Great Escape. Awesome. Great movie. Shawshank Redemption. First, Do No Harm, Meryl Streep, The Charlie Foundation. Slipknot fan. Jake Nelson's, I'm 3 weeks in and having meat aversion like crazy for over a week now. I'm pushing through, no problem, but it's not fun not wanting ribeye, eating more protein, and having easier time now. 23 pounds down. Congratulations.
Awesome.
I haven't had meat aversion. Someone asked about that before. My friend Amanda from Carnivorous Me said when she gets that, she will fast. She'll do try to do a one meal a day or maybe even fast for 24 hours. And she said it always gets rid of the meat aversion when you get hungry enough. The last holiday, I only watched steak TV. Speaking of Jodie Foster, The Panic Room was great. Yes, that was a good one too. Remember that one? What movie did we just watch with Owen Wilson? You watched it. I fell asleep, and then I wanted to watch it the next day, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
I don't know what it was called.
All right, I'm gonna look up Owen Wilson movie.
I don't know what it was called, but I had
It was
every time
intense.
he turns on a movie, it could be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, whatever time. He will turn on a movie and I will have to finish it. So I think I finished watching it at like 2:00 in the morning. And then he wakes up like an hour later, wakes me up. Did you finish it? Yes, I did. And then he watches it the next day and I'm like, I just finished it.
It was called No Escape.
Okay.
It was with Owen Wilson, Pierce Brosnan, Lake Bell, the family. They're in a hotel and there's like a war breaks out and they're getting attacked.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like the beginning of that movie was just great. Here, I'll put it on the screen. See if anyone saw this. We got to figure out. I wanted to watch the end of it. I fell asleep.
I don't want to tell you.
No Escape. Now I'm playing. Well, it says now I'm playing, but that's old. We must have watched this on Amazon Prime or something.
I remember the first part, but I never finished the end. So yeah, we must have seen it.
Remember this scene?
Mm-hmm.
They're getting
Not-
attacked and they're on the
give it
top of the
away.
thing. And I shouldn't give it
Don't
away.
Give it
All
away.
right.
I was just going to, but yeah, it's.
That was kind of a good movie. Speaking of Mel Gibson, what movie was it where I think Danny Glover was blown out of the house on a toilet?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have it right there and he's going to get it.
Go.
I don't. It's right there.
Lethal Weapon?
Yes.
Which one, though? There's 5 of them.
I think the first or second.
Maverick was a Western. Yeah, there was Maverick the Western with Mel Gibson, but then there's Maverick, Top Gun Maverick. Little Darlings with Matt Dillon. I don't remember that one.
Oh, you know what my favorite? Do you know what my absolute favorite movie is?
No, I don't, Jen.
Pony Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody know? I'm not going to say anymore. Pony Boy. I had the biggest crush on him. Oh my god.
Cicero, that's how you pronounce it. She's talking about
Pony Boy.
The Outsiders. Starring. Let's go.
I don't even know his name. I just call him Pony Boy.
Which one was Pony Boy?
The blonde. Well, he had a dye
Was
hair
that Kiefer
blonde.
Sutherland?
No.
Sutherland was in there. Tom Cruise was in there. Ralph Macchio, who's the Karate Kid, was in
What
there.
This guy that she liked.
Matt Dillon was in there. I've never even watched the movie. How do I know all
I
this?
read the book probably in like, I don't know, 5th grade or something.
Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise. I missed Rob Lowe. Emilio
Yeah,
Estevez.
Emilio. Oh yeah, I had a big crush on him
Wasn't one of the Sutherland brothers in there?
too. Right.
It's weird how my brain works. I memorize these weird movie facts and the beginning intros. You know how all the movie studios have their different little screens? For example, in the beginning of Mission Impossible, it'll come up and it'll say bad robot. Well, like the second that this is what Jen and I do at the movie. Is it annoying?
Yes, it is.
Right when the movie starts, I'll see it for like 2 seconds. I'll be like, bad robot, like before it comes out.
He knows everyone.
For some reason, it's some obscure trivia I have locked in my brain that's completely useless. Anything Tom Hanks, A Man Called Otto, Sully, and Castaway. Every one of those are great movies.
Are
Right?
you thinking?
Yeah. I'm just thinking we played Man Called Otto at the theater. It was one of our best-selling
Yeah,
movies.
we had it for 2 weeks, fully sold out for 2 weeks. It was amazing.
Sully, man. How long ago was that now? Good stuff. Castaway. Top Gun Maverick. There we go. Love Lethal Weapon. Morgan Freeman movies. Yeah, he's the best. Love all the Lethal Weapon movies. Contact. Yeah, that's a good Jodie Foster one. 310 to Yuma. Love Contact. Tom Cruise movie that doesn't get mentioned much, but I think is incredible. Last Samurai. I got to rewatch that one, Bill. I remember seeing it way back in the day thinking this is cool. And I don't know what happened with that one, Bill, because a lot of these movies they'll play over and over again on TV or cable and you'll catch them again. It's like that one just disappeared. The Gray, American Psycho. Hey, Bill Knott. That's going to be a good movie. Bill Knott, how does it feel to be on the big screen? You're going to be on the big screen with Healing Humanity, but we watch YouTube up there sometimes. I think I can't remember if I sent it to you. I was watching Bill's latest YouTube video on the big screen upstairs. It's pretty awesome. It's fun watching YouTube on the big screen, right, Jen?
Mm-hmm.
Is it fun owning a movie theater still, Jen?
Yes, because like I said, when I saw the Slipknot thing, I said last week, my favorite thing to do after the movie's finished is to go upstairs and turn on, my favorite band is Seven Dust. So I'll turn Seven Dust on and I'm having like my own concert right there. Because he's never been to a Seven Dust concert with me.
No, I cranked the Weezer up there.
No, so let's go.
That was the most
Let's
fun.
go.
When we first took over the theater.
Concert.
That was the most fun, was cranking Weezer and playing video games on the big screen. The girls got a kick out of that.
Yeah.
Twister, I love tornado movies. We need more tornado movies. Twister was great.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Twister was with Helen Hunt and that guy. What's his name? Jim. Let's say Parsons. It's not Parsons. I gotta look it up now.
I know it, but I forgot it.
And that one actor was in there. Philip Seymour Hoffman was in there. There's a little piece of trivia for you. All right, I'm trying to pull it up. Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton.
Yeah, that's right.
Bill Paxton. When did that movie come out? I remember watching that in high school. For some reason, we watched that in high school together.
97, I'm going to say.
96.
Oh.
Yep. See, Philip Seymour Hoffman was in that movie. Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt. That guy's in it too, huh? A Fish Called Wanda. Always be yourself. Said same. Social anxiety, suicidal depression isn't gone. I'm so happy to hear that. Always be yourself.
That's great.
And I love your name too. Kerry, become an awesome human. Thank you so much. Hello. Carly A said, I wish I liked meat more than I do. I don't like steak. I just cook pork belly several ways, and thank God eggs are yummy. Maybe it'll change. How long have you not liked it? Just interesting anecdote, but my sister's carnivore as well, and she's thriving. She's doing awesome, but she hated meat too. I remember when we went to film Bill, I bought some ribeyes, and her house was on the way to the airport. So Emma and I went there, cooked up these beautiful thick ribeyes. My sister barely touched it. I said, you're a carnivore. How can you not like ribeye? She's just like, she's eating a lot of chicken and things like that. Anyways, a couple months ago, she messaged me and she's like, it happened. The switch turned over in my butt. I like meat now. I'm craving fat and beef and ribeyes and steaks and everything. So it took a long time for her, but eventually she switched over. So maybe the same will happen for you, Carly A. Bill Knott said, I've watched Twister 100 times, Susan. I love tornado movies as well. What other tornado movies are there? Because I love it too. I love watching the tornado videos on YouTube as well. I know there was like it's a couple of hurricane movies or something. There was a hurricane movie we saw. I don't know that there's another good Twister movie. Now, weren't they talking about doing another tornado movie?
I don't know. I keep looking at the time, so the movie's going to end soon, and Alyssa
Oh.
me to go up there.
Did you guys know this? Bill, did you know this?
No, I didn't know.
See,
I
I
saw
knew
it.
it. I thought I heard about this.
Just saw
Did you
it.
see who's starring in it, Jen?
I just took a glimpse of it. I'm supposed to go.
We're going to be playing this at the theater. Twisters. Twisters with an S.
Oh, I'm watching that
Starring
one.
Glenn Powell.
Oh, yeah.
Daisy Edgar Jones. I don't know who that is, but Jen knows who Glenn Powell is. We talked about him earlier. Should we look at the trailer? Is this serious? Hopefully this is not a joke. I still can't tell if this is real or not.
Why wouldn't it be?
What was that, Helen Hunt? It's Glenn Powell.
I know.
Here you go.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to see. It said it had Glenn Powell in it. I didn't see Glenn Powell in the trailer. Anyone else heard about Twisters? What a funny name. Instead of Twister 2, they just said Twisters.
Well, that ending part had like 6 twisters in it, so.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I have to say goodnight. Alyssa needs me, and the movie ends in like 10 minutes, so I gotta go upstairs and clean. But it was nice talking with y'all. I like doing this. Maybe we should do this every Sunday.
Should we do this every Sunday? You guys want to do this every Sunday?
I like this.
We got to prepare more and have like a little segment. Prepare.
Bill?
Movie trivia questions. Carnivore and movies. I love it. These are a few of my favorite things. All right. Eating carnivore does help with everything that ails you. It certainly does. Here's some more movies. Susan, 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. John Krasinski is brilliant. Great Jack Ryan. John Krasinski's awesome. I haven't seen the Jack Ryan. I think that's on Amazon Prime. But he directed Quiet Place. That was an incredible movie.
All right, I really gotta go. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
Take care. Have a great week. I'm kind of staying here because I'm reading all this stuff, but I gotta go. Bye, guys. Nice seeing you.
Sherry, Carnivore Mommy, The Green Mile is another great movie. Yeah, I agree. That thing you do with Tom Hanks, I love that movie. You cannot get that song out of your head when you watch that movie. The thing you do. Star Wars freak, my favorite is The Force Awakens. Yes. My only pet peeve with Star Wars is we can replay movies up here. We can license them and replay them. Nothing with Star Wars. Not allowed. Nothing with Disney. Any other studio lets, and like we'll pay for them. We'll have a group come in and they'll say, I want to watch XYZ, like Twister, and we can pay the company and we can play Twister. But if it's any Disney or Star Wars movie, it's a no-go. Diane said Royal Caribbean's cruises will cook all of your carnivore selections real butter upon request. That's awesome. A lot of people said that to me after the cruise. They said you should go grab the butter packets and just bring them over and tell them. Initially, when I got my eggs, I was like, I can't have that oil. Can you cook it in butter? And the guy's like, no, we can't, but we got this spray. And then I should have, I guess, been more firm, but I was just like, all right, we'll just use the stupid spray then, I guess. My other concern was we had pads of butter there, but someone else told me, they're like, yeah, that they say that's butter, but that's not. It's like straight up seed oil, which is going to do, like, if it's butter, it's not a problem. But if it's straight up seed oil, I feel like that's even worse. Like I'm almost poisoning myself. So I'm less likely to take the risk, even if they say it's butter. And then I have these other people saying, yeah, it says it's butter, but it's not real. That's what I heard about the particular cruise ship I was on anyhow. So who knows? Hey, Ellen, Scooby Dog. Good evening, Kerry, Jen, and chat friends. Hello. Nancy Chandler, my dad always kept bacon grease in the fridge. I do this to this day. Most olive oil we get in the grocery store is not real olive oil. I just had this conversation with the strangers that we met last night. He was asking about olive oil. It's mixed with other stuff and garbage. Tallow is pure from the cow. That's great feedback. Yeah, I should have said that. This is Robin Heron. That's a great point for your father-in-law. When they say olive oil in the store, even if it says it's real, almost all of that is just fake junk. Too many olive oils are cut with vegetable oil and other oils to save money, which is so much worse for you. Man, if I had heart disease, the last thing I would want would be to eating a vegetable or seed oil, industrial lubricant that's going to cause inflammation even worse. Erica Davenport, another great question. Anything planned for you when you hit 365 days? No, I don't have anything planned. It's going to be exciting. I'm sure I'll do some sort of big video recap, 365 days on carnivore. I'm sure I'm going to go to Jen and be like, listen, it's 1 year. You got to go buy me a steak at my favorite steak place. I like to cook steak at home, but I'm not going to lie. Like if I can go out and have someone else cook it and it's a good steak, it's hard to find. But there's one place that has this bone marrow butter and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to make Jen take me there for sure. And then I'll have to cook for myself for one day. Not that it's that big of a problem, but it's nice to get a break every now and then. Here we go. One hope for all. Sandra, Robin, I'm sorry that the doc is ignorant of the benefits of beef and beef tallow. I stopped using olive oil a long time ago. Beef tallow is good for your father-in-law. Have him go to a naturopathic doctor. Yeah, if he uses olive oil, if he insists, make sure it's single source. Most olive oil is actually soy or canola with a tiny percentage of olive oil. And you should, Susan, be able to look on the back of the olive oil container, and there's usually a little stamp that says the country of origin. And oftentimes it'll have like 4 countries. Well, you don't know what the heck's going on then. Olives coming from here, was mixed in from here. What's in there? You want to have one little stamp on the back. Even then, though, I would still have, I don't do any, I haven't had any oil in 314 days. I do beef tallow. I'll show you guys my beef tallow real quick too, if you want to see. The last one I was doing, someone was asking. I love this stuff, and it's kind of expensive, but man, it goes a long way. Here we go. Boom. This is my beef tallow that I've used exclusively for 314 days now. It's from Cornhusker Kitchen. It's a premium Wagyu beef tallow. It's $30. So it's a little container, and you look at that and you're like, $30, that's ridiculous. That thing lasted me like 150, 200, maybe 200 days. I use a lot of it too. You just need a little bit. Like when I make my eggs, I'll take some out. Psh, psh. If I reverse sear a steak, I take a little bit out. It really, the container is like that big maybe, but it lasts a long, it's $30 goes a long way. Izzy Davis, 119 days on carnivore and lost about 12 pounds, but feeling great. Yeah, hey, it's not all about the weight loss. A lot of people start carnivore for weight loss, but I'll tell you what, all the weight that I've lost, I'm happy about it, but I'd take it all back in a second for everything else that's changed for me. Lion King, there's a good one. Wall-E, Donnie Darko, Toy Story. Carnivore Mommy, 100%, 101 Dalmatians. I mentioned that one earlier. Greatest animation of all time. Love it, love it, love it. They made each dot by hand. Incredible. 101 Dalmatians, Toy Story, Ants. Laura, decorated my daughter's nursery in Dalmatians 25 years ago. That's really cool. That must have been a really special place. I get a big smile on my face when I think about 101 Dalmatians because it was such a tough time when the triplets were babies. It was endless, nonstop feeding, diaper changing. It was just a big blur. And my poor older daughter, Lily, who she's never in any of the YouTube channels. She doesn't want to be, so I respect that. The poor thing, you know, when you're an only child and then you have a sibling come along, there's always some weird jealousy and things that go on. Well, she had 3 at one time. It went from all the attention to her to, I'm sorry, we don't have any energy or attention left for you. But that was my big thing. Lily and I watched 101 Dalmatians. I would feed the triplets. Jen and I would, or we'd switch off. And we'd have 3 little bouncy things the triplets would sit on. They'd be strapped into. And I'd go make up 3 bottles. And we'd come out and it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, burp, 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 change. Put in the bed. And while we were doing that whole process, and I did it 1,000 times, Lily and I would be sitting there, and we had a little TV with a little old school VHS 101 Dalmatians. And man, we wore that movie off that VHS tape. We played that thing so many times. We love to sing Cruella de Vil. Awesome. Monsters Inc., Cruella de Vil, Shrek, Fantasia. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so far behind now. We were talking about animated movies. So we're talking about the favorite animated movies: Shrek, Fantasia, Aurora, Fantasia. Get off the olive oil. Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Turner colorized it, but I like it in black and white. Eagle. David and Goliath was a fun animated Saturday morning series. Sleeping Beauty. Monsters Inc., Cinderella, Snow White. Amadeus, still one of my favorites. The Incredibles. Robin, you and I are on the same page. I love The Incredibles. So cool. I remember when that came out. I Lived Where the Color Purple was filmed. Love that movie. Now, are you talking about the original, which was amazing, or the new one? Did you know there was one that just recently came out? I haven't seen the new one yet. Jen and I are due to go see a movie this week, and maybe it'll be that one. I'm not sure. But yeah, the original was awesome. Carnivore Ron, about his daughter, the tumor is diminished. She goes for a scan tomorrow, looking good. I'm so happy to hear that, Carnivore Ron. That is amazing. Nothing but thoughts and prayers and good vibes sending your way. Dr. Barry's book, Lies My Doctors Told Me. Yeah, great book. Last of the Mohicans. Daniel Day-Lewis is a master. My favorite movie is There Will Be Blood, starring Daniel Day-Lewis. He's incredible. He was also in Gangs of New York. What was that new one? I think his last movie was Phantom Thread. Last of the Mohicans was awesome. First movie at the cinema was Jungle Book in 1968. Has to be my favorite animated movie. That's cool. Princess Bride. Shout out Adam, Carnivore Today. That's his favorite movie. And we played it here about 3 weeks ago at the theater. We had a private party come in. I said, what movie you guys are playing? They said, we're playing my favorite movie, Princess Bride. You can rent the theater here if anyone's local. We rent it out for $125 for 2 hours. You can watch any movie that you bring in or that you own. If you have a streaming service, Netflix, HBO, you can play anything as long as you own the account on the screen. So we do birthday parties and stuff like that. We really don't make any money off the $125 by the time you count the heat and the lights and turn everything on and having people here. But it all goes back into our building fund. So it's been a win-win. We've had a lot of fun private parties. Goldfinger. I've seen that movie at least 17 times. Love Sean Connery, The Only Bond. Man of Steel. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Oh, I remember that one. Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window. That's a great one. Danny DeVito, John Candy, and Steve Martin. Yeah, we're talking about planes, trains, and automobiles. I'm so far behind now. I love John Candy. John Candy was one of my favorites. Man, talk about going too young. Yet Kerry doesn't remember the movie Moving Violations. No. All of the movies I remember. Let me pull this up now. Moving Violation. Come on, Rick. I'm pulling this up and it's not even coming up in YouTube. You sure this is a movie? It pulls up a horror movie from 2020. Moving Violations. Let's see. 1976? Does that sound about right, Rick? 1976? Stephen McHattie, Kay Lenz, Eddie Albert. A young drifter and his newly acquired girlfriend witnessed a corrupt local sheriff kill his deputy. Is that the one, Rick? I'll have to check that out. Diane Oman, how old are your triplets? They are 16. I say it a million times. It goes by in a flash. It's a blur. It's a flash. I can't believe it. They were little babies that I was making their bottles up for 10 seconds ago, and now they're 16 years old. It's incredible. Bill Knott has to come to Wisconsin, definitely. Singing in the Rain with Gene Kelly. Gumball Rally. Never Ending Story. Weird Science. Question, have you guys ever seen Mimic? No, I haven't. Uncle Buck. Yes, John Candy, Uncle Buck with Macaulay Culkin. Great movie. Wedding Crashers. Yeah, another good one. We need more comedies like Wedding Crashers. So funny. Well, hey, the movie we're playing next week is pretty darn funny comedy, but very rarity for sure. James Cameron is a vegan. Just think how great his work would be if he was a carnivore. Yeah, could you imagine? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Love Uncle Buck. Kerry, what loudspeakers do you have in the theater? I'm not sure the brand of the speakers we have, but they're very good quality. And the only reason I say that is because my brother-in-law is like an audio and video genius. And when he was here, he was behind the stage and he was looking at stuff. And he was like, man, you got a legit audio setup here. So I'll have to take a look. I don't remember the specific brand name of the speakers, but they're good. Born Free, Mamma Mia. Lethal Weapon 2, The Matrix. Yes, The Outsiders. Captain Ron with Kurt Russell, Martin Short. Love it. Man, that was old school. That was a good comedy. Really funny. I wasn't like Goldie Hawn or someone in like that in there. Maybe I'm thinking of another one. Interstellar. That was Interstellar was with Matthew McConaughey. And it was directed by Christopher Nolan. Great movie. Man, that one scene with Matthew McConaughey where he realizes everyone's aged and he's the same age. That was crazy. Bad Robot. Captain Phillips. Yes, love Captain Phillips. I recently rewatched that one too. Tom Hanks. True story. What an incredible story that was. The Quiet Man. We watched a lot of John Wayne growing up. Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, and Gangs of New York. Also had we were talking about earlier. Cameron Diaz in it. Leonardo DiCaprio. Directed by Martin Scorsese. Wedding Singer. Really like Last Samurai. I gotta watch Last Samurai again. Grumpy Old Men. Idiocracy. It's unfortunate that our world looks like it today. Yep. Man, I got far behind. If I owned a theater, I'd make every attempt to play Skyrim on the big screen. I've heard about Skyrim. I've never played it, but yeah, when we first took over the theater, the girls wanted to play Fortnite. I wanted to play Fortnite. I played Red Dead Redemption up there, and I think we played Grand Theft Auto. Really fun on the big screen. You know what's so fun about it is, obviously, it's a huge screen, but the sound is so incredible. Legit surround sound. So you're playing Fortnite, and you can hear the guy behind you, like walking around you. It's an experience for sure. Bill Paxton, there we go. Hey, we got a super chat. DKK 100, thank you so much, Cyber Goose. Gotcha. 1985. Look it up, Kerry. It's fun as heck. I'm going to look it up right now. 1985. You give me a super chat, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I'm going to pull this right up. Gotcha. 1985. Jonathan plays gotcha with fellow college students testing ability as assassin or mark using paintball guns on campus. He flies to Paris on vacation with a woman, taking his virginity on to Berlin, where the game ammo gets real. Wow. Sounds crazy. That's gotcha from 1985, PG-13. I'll have to check that one out. Cyber Goose. Thank you. Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, that's another good one. We're going to do a free day for vets. I'm going to ask them what they want to play, but maybe we'll play that one, Saving Private Ryan. Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is a tornado movie. Oh, that's right. There you go. Mark Spooner, I've seen Seven Dust in Oxford Plains, Maine years ago. They were incredible. Jen loves Seven Dust. That's her favorite band. Slipknot and Seven Dust. Kerry, these movies don't count, but Sharknado. There you go. Tornado movie. I forgot about Sharknado. I don't think I ever saw those. Were those just on TV? It's like on FX or something. Hi, Kerry. After a cheat day, what is the best way to get back to carnivore? Just do it. Get right back on. You might have to ease into it depending on how much you cheated. So it's almost like starting carnivore over again. And I always suggest to people, if you're starting carnivore, it's best to usually ease into it. If I were to ease into carnivore, I would do a ketogenic diet, which means 20 carbs or less. I would do that, and then I would do ketovore, which is what Jen is doing, 10 carbs or less, and then I would do carnivore. It depends, though. Like, I have been in and out of ketosis so many times that if it were me, I would just jump right back into carnivore, and I would just do it. I would suggest thinking about how you feel, too. I'm not getting down on you. I always say, like, if you have a cheat day, I love this. Of course, I didn't make this up, but I repeat it over and over again because I love it. If you mess up on carnivore, it's not a failure. It's a lesson. You've learned something, and a lesson is a blessing. It's not a failure. It's a lesson. A lesson's a blessing. I always like to think this. When I did keto, I had so many cheat days, and I felt so horrible. I never did a cheat day of all the cheat days I did on keto and was like, gee, I felt great now. I'm so happy I did it. I always regretted it. So that's the other thing I would suggest doing the day after is think about that. Was it worth it? Do you feel good? And do you realize this? Because a lot of people don't. And again, I'm not getting down on you. I just want people to know that don't know this. Some people get into the carnivore diet and they think, I did really good for 2 weeks. I deserve a cheat day. Carnivore doesn't work like Weight Watchers or counting points. You have a cheat day and your body gets out of ketosis, and it could take you a week or even longer to get back into ketosis, which means you could go through the keto flu again, and you could be feeling sick, and you could be on the toilet going number 2 all the time. So I'm just saying that for people that may not know. I've had people say that they do a cheat day once a week. I'm like, you're probably not even getting into ketosis then. I mean, just right about at the time you're getting into ketosis, you're having another cheat day. So, but yeah, I would ease back into it. It's a hard question to answer because I don't know your situation. If it were me, I'd jump right back into carnivore, because when I was doing the ketogenic diet before, I was on, off, and I can get into ketosis pretty quickly. If you're new to carnivore and you did it for a while and then you just cheated, I would take some baby steps, maybe do a little ketogenic first before jumping right back in. Oh man, I'm so far behind. Everyone's saying goodbye to Jen, and she left like 20 minutes ago. I don't know a better way to do this. I always say this on every stream, but I can't keep up. There's too many comments. I really appreciate it. Then I feel bad because there's a good conversation going on that I'm not too, but I hate to scroll down past these and not read them. I got to just shut up and read them quicker. When I get bored, I eat junk food. Do you know if anyone has done a written handout to give restaurants to help them understand about how to cook carnivore food out? Yes. I mentioned this before I went on the cruise. I think I brought it with me. I'll have to find it. If you search around, you can find it. There was a guy that wrote it out, and he basically said, like, I'm allergic to this. Don't use seed oils, use butter. Don't use this, use beef tallow. And it had a whole list of things on it. Go to a Brazilian steakhouse for your milestone 365. That's a great suggestion. We did that in Chicago. I loved it. What about building muscle on carnivore? Can I still build the same amount as if I was taking in carbs and protein? Tennessee, my answer to that would be no. You can't do the same amount. You can do more, way more. Everyone says the same thing, myself included. I barely work out, and the muscle just goes on like nothing. You're eating a lot of eggs. You're having a lot more protein. Yeah, absolutely. Look at Dr. Sean Baker. Look at Dr. Anthony Chafee. These guys have been doing carnivore for years and years now, and they're just absolutely ripped. Look at Jeff the Prosperous. Shout out. I don't want to embarrass my buddy Jeff. He texted me a picture. That guy is looking ripped. He is getting chemo, and he's fasting for 5 days, and he is absolutely ripped as a carnivore for well over a year now. Bill, shout out Bill. Good night, Bill. Have a good night. Thanks for jumping on. Robin renders her own beef tallow from beef brisket trimmings. That's awesome. Robin's got an awesome YouTube channel, Carnivorous Grandma. Go check it out. Lots of people on here have awesome YouTube channels. Rick said, that's an affordable theater rental rate. Oh, thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. Everything we do here is affordable. I'm not in it to make any money. It's a passion project for us. Our tickets are $5. We don't make any money on it. Even our concessions and stuff. We're just, our simple goal is to try to make enough to keep the doors open and to maintain the building. Our ticket prices are half that. Half the cost of the industry average is $9.50 in the US. Ours are $5. Hey, Kerry, how are you doing today? Oh, thank you so much. I am doing wonderful. I'm thankful, grateful, blessed. I'm a little bit tired. Carnivores don't get tired, but I had a heck of a day yesterday. I got up early. I was editing YouTube videos. I edited a YouTube video for like 6 hours this morning, and I'm still not done yet. But I'm very thankful for it. Thank you so much. How are you doing today? Tombstone, Val Kilmer, love The Incredibles. All right, let's see. I'm getting caught up here. Moving Violations is a 1985 American comedy film based around traffic school, directed by Neil Israel. The film stars John Murray and Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Tilly, wow, 1985. I know Jennifer Tilly because shout out Bill Knott, big poker fan. She's a big poker player these days. Carnivore today. I'm watching Kerry Muted. I have Todd and Lindy and Michael on in the background. Oh, I forgot those guys were on. Everyone go check out Todd and Lindy and Michael. Their channel is amazing. I got to coordinate and make sure I don't want to step on any toes. I love what they're doing over there. I try to have this right now just because if you guys notice, I usually do live streams when we have a movie. Aaron Baker, when did the name of the Carnivore Diet movie change? I really love the change, by the way. Healing Humanity fits so well. Thank you. It never actually changed. It was never called Carnivore Diet Movie. That was just kind of the generic name we got for it until we could come up with a proper name. And that was several months ago now. But thank you. I love Healing Humanity. I love the tagline, the power of a proper human diet. Shout out Dr. Ken Berry, who is working with us and allowed us to use that in part of the title. Shout out Dr. Ken Berry, because Adam and I are going to film him in like less than 2 weeks from now. Field of Dreams. Three Amigos. All right, I got to get to the bottom. Jen, is that you? Alyssa, is that you? Someone just opened the door. Castaway, Captain Phillips, Sully, Tom Hanks is not a man you want to travel with. Yeah, that's true. Gotcha, it was good. Hey, shout out the Tiki Yard. I got to do it on the next video. Tiki Yard sent me this incredible shirt. Shout out Tiki Yard. I got to wear that. I got it hanging up, and but the problem is, it's been freezing out here. So the Hawaiian shirt thing, but I'll put it on for a live stream and give you a shout out. I really appreciate it. That shirt is awesome. Wild Hogs. Love that movie. It's got Tim Allen in it. Man, oh man, lots of comments. Amanda's Violent Adventures. I'm writing a diary about my carnivore journey. That's awesome. Sandra, my cheats are cream cheese, yogurt, and cottage cheese. There you go. Not too bad. The movie titled The Impossible is great. My wife and I were crying. Have you seen it? 100%. That is with Ewan McGregor. I got to double check now. And it's about the what was it? The tsunami. Yeah, Ewan McGregor. Tom Holland was in that movie too. That was from 2012. Can you believe it? That was a great movie. Very good movie. Oh, Jen's back. Oh, do you need my help? It's time to go. Did you see Kent Carnivore this morning? No, I didn't. I saw him on Dr. Berry a week or two ago, and that was awesome. I hope Kent Carnivore is doing well. Love that guy. I'll have to check that video out. I haven't watched any YouTube today. I've been editing all day, and then we had a movie here, and now I'm here. So, hey, I'm all caught up. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Should we do this every week? We'll probably do it again next week. Jen's enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I love talking movies. I love talking carnivore. It gets boring just talking about carnivore all the time, right? There's a time and place for that, but we'll do this again next Sunday. Thank you guys all so much, and have a great day, and look forward. Cooking Carnivore with Strangers video coming out on my channel and JT's channel in the next couple days. I can't wait. I'm so excited to share that with the world. It was so much fun. I can't believe how it all came together. Providence. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye.